Well, hello again, everyone. This is Bob Mannery, and you're listening to Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, only on A2D Radio. Tom and Mike, these guys are fucking awesome. But their side piece, Greg, that guy is a goddamn problem.
Let's go, Tom.
Mike.
AM.
In the PM.
A2D Radio. We are live from the Real Talk Studios every Wednesday night. We are brought to you by our certified public accountant. Make him yours. Gibson Mayer LLC. Find him on the web, gibsonmayer.com. Tom Arnone, Michael Mataraki, Greg Milwakovic, Robbie Pope on the ones and twos, and our special guest, Matrex Wright in the house.
The man.
M. Wright Productions. Listen, you get it, and I know everybody's going to want to ask you stuff and make you do stuff because you got us laughing every win or loss. It doesn't matter, and I think everybody can admit to a man after a loss, Matrix says everything we're feeling. He just says it better than us, right, and funnier than us, and I think we all can agree on that one.
That's great. Shoot us in the foot right out of the gate.
I'm just being honest with the people. We don't lie here. No agenda radio. We'll talk well Sixers news later on the show. A little Mike Groh, Jim Scwartz. I know Jim's been hit by a ton of injuries defensively, but not early on this season. Which one's got to go after this year if this team doesn't make the playoffs? So we'll talk about a little Jim Scwartz, Mike Groh throughout the show. Predictions, score predictions like we do every Wednesday. Offense, defensive player of the game. A chance to win money from us to you. You know how it goes. We'll get into that in a little bit. And obviously Eagles and Redskins ties right into our poll question. Who needs to step up for the Eagles to win on Monday Night Football? Carson Wentz, Alshon Jeffrey, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham. You got somebody else? Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us.
Any of the 17 jabronis in the secondary that no one knows?
Yeah, there's a million options. We can only fill four.
But played great in the second half last week.
Listen, boys, let's get right into it. Matrix, thanks for coming on, brother. Really appreciate
it.
No
problem, man.
Love your shit like we talked about. Boys, get right into who needs to step up for this football team because I thought we got a little bit more out of Fletcher Cox on Sunday than we have all year, honestly. And I think there's other guys we got a little bit more of. I mean, Alshon, since the first couple weeks, has sort of semi-disappeared. You know, with the addition of Golden Tate, you thought he would even get more targets. But I think what they were saying on the broadcast is we got a lot of guys who can run the same routes. We do. And not many guys who can stretch the field besides Nelly. You know, Ertz is our biggest stretch-the-field guy right now, and he's our tight end. Yeah. Now, granted, he's not your prototypical tight end, but he's still from the tight end position. So, guys, you know, if you have somebody on this list, let us know. If you got somebody else, let us know. If you got more than one, feel free to jump in there. We'll be answering your questions, comments, obviously concerns throughout the entire show. But who needs to step up?
I'm going to say of the four lists, that I want to go Brandon Graham. I think this game is going to be one from the Eagles standpoint on the defensive side, just because although Colt McCoy is a veteran, what does that offense really look like? You know, with not an Alex Smith back there. You know, we saw kind of shades of it on Sunday in their game, but it's going to come back to this defense because, as you said, we got 10 jabrones in the back that we don't know who it is. So that pass rush is going to have to be the part that helps out that secondary.
I'm sorry. I'd never, ever met a football player before whose last name was LeBlanc.
Yeah.
Should be playing hockey if your last name is LeBlanc.
Or soccer. I mean, I think something in them terms when I think of LeBlanc.
LeBlanc.
You're a Frenchie.
Yeah.
The tackle made by LeBlanc. But I hear you. Yes.
But when you look back at last year, what did we do well last year? Is our front four got to the quarterback and masked a lot of maybe deficiencies that are now showing this year with the lack of pressure from the front four. So I think that front four has got to be dominant again. And I look at Brandon Graham as a guy who, as we're going into the end of the season, are you going to get paid by either the Eagles or somebody else?
Doesn't look good now.
It doesn't look good now. Like, you might get a contract, but you're not getting paid.
And you would have got, and his contract came up at the wrong time, right?
Right.
His contract comes up at the end of last year. Brandon Graham's getting paid a ton of money to play football, right? I mean, Brandon Graham, because of the strip sack and everything that
he may not even get Vinny Curry money.
Yeah. And kudos to Howie for not biting. Kudos to Howie for not biting on Brandon Graham and signing him when he was hot.
Well, I know this is going to trigger some people, but I think we all can admit to this finally now out there, that getting Jalen Mills back, right, can be big for this football team in our secondary. Mm-hmm. I get it. He gets beat on double moves, but there's not many better corners inside the red zone than Jalen Mills. And Darby was the same way. Inside the 20s, that's when their strengths show up, right? Because they're physical. They don't have the speed to keep up with you outside the 20s, right? But inside the 20, they match up better because they're long and they're physical. And that's why you saw a lot of bend but not break from this defense for two years now.
Sure.
Even last year when we were making runs, it was bend, don't break, create turnovers, stuff like that. I think that's going to be a huge guy to get back for this football team, because anything's better than 4 practice squatters, right? I mean,
he's a starter, so absolutely.
Definitely.
I'll defer to Matrix.
Who needs to step up? Who do you got?
Oh, man. I would say Wentz. I like Wentz, but he hasn't been playing to me with as much confidence as he normally has. I don't feel like – he's great, but I just didn't feel like the confidence there. There's been several plays where I've seen where it's like, hey, we need 2 yards for a first down, and he wouldn't take it. Like, what are you scared of? It's sometimes where he's forcing passes like, hey, this guy got 2 men on him. What are you doing? It's like, yo, that other second – how many times have we seen him force a pass here and there's someone wide open over here? I think as the leader, it's just decision-making, he just a little better, because he's great. Like, if he continue to play it the way he's been playing, we're talking about a Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm. Honestly.
Yeah.
I just think they following him. So I think if he has that confidence and he plays better, the team's going to play better, And I also think that line got to help him, because he's been getting chased, ran, hit, pushed, knocked down. So those guys got to step up too. And if he believes that he's well protected, he can hit people with them numbers better.
Yeah. No, listen, I agree, because I think when he first came back, he saw a little bit more escapability. Yeah. He sort of dialed that down big time. I don't. And to your point, I don't see him in them situations where it's a yard or two where I see him actually, tucking it in and running and just diving or whatever. I haven't seen that. Now, that could be part of just being cautious, and I'm fine with it, but that takes away of something that's special to him, right? It wasn't just the arm strength. It wasn't just the leadership you saw from day one, the first guy in, last guy to leave. It wasn't just that stuff. It was the ability to move pockets, the ability to make plays on the run, like the Seattle game last year, stuff like that. That's what separated him when we talked about MVP and a franchise guy. Now, can he still be a franchise guy without running? Yeah, but to get the confidence back of his legs is going to change the confidence in his arm and his decision-making. I agree with that.
And make that defense nervous.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. You got all them weapons, and then his feet and his arm, you scared.
We know how that does.
You don't know which way to go.
Yeah. We saw 5 do this for years in this city, where he killed teams, backbreakers by scrambling, right? You got everybody covered up. Everybody did their end on the back. Everybody did their job on the back end, right? Everything's covered up. You get pressure. He makes the guy miss. Next thing you know, he runs for 15. So, we see it all the time. Family, we'll get to your comments in a sec. Mike, who needs to step up?
Real quick, we see it a lot with, like, a guy that we've compared Wentz to in Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Not a threat, but hey, if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to take it. Andrew Luck's another guy too. Those guys that
Andrew Luck, the first week he was back, got laid out. First week back.
But those guys are going to take it. And it's like to Matrix's point, I had a conversation with a guy at work today. Like, listen, Wentz is playing great, but he's so good, you want more.
Right.
Yeah. You want more.
And I think that's a lot of.
To his point, it's a
lot
lot
good,
of the confidence.
Play great.
Yeah, like the numbers are gaudy, right? But the eyes do tell you there's hesitancy there. That's even a word. You know what I mean? But the eyes show you. Yeah, whatever. I mean, we're just throwing words together here. It's a new Webster's here on AM and the PM tonight.
We can do it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Copyrighted. But you feel like there's something missing, and I think it speaks right to the legs, even in the pocket. More throws on the run. We haven't seen as much, and when we have, they've been big plays. Yep. When they've been big plays. I think the one that Nelly, he was on the run a couple weeks back, and it was a big, 40-yard play to Nelson. So, stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm actually going to piggyback a little bit on what Matrex said, but I'm going outside the box with this a little bit. I think it's got to be Josh Adams and the run game. And by the run game, I mean the offensive line. Because if you want Carson to get back to being Carson, one thing you got to do is give him time back there. And if you're not totally up to speed on pass blocking, at least not yet, you got to be able to establish the run a little bit just to keep Washington on their heels. And up until 2 weeks ago, Washington was a team that was giving up 2.5 yards a carry on the season. They got gashed a little bit against Houston. They got gashed a little bit against Dallas. If you think they're not going to come in to Philly hungry to reestablish that dominance against the run, you gotta really think twice about that. And for me, it's going to come down to, can the Eagles really, take what they got out of Josh Adams last week and continue to build on that and establish the run to give Carson time and opportunity, or are the Redskins going to, get back to being that dominant run-stopping defense that we saw early in the season?
Well, listen, we talked about it on Sunday. Nobody's respecting a play action when there's nobody when you can't run the football.
When you can't run the ball.
And there's a lot of play actions when we don't run, and it's now you just wasted a second on the play action. Nobody's freezing. Everybody's just going to where they got to go. And if it's coming after the quarterback, they're coming after the quarterback. So, that's so spot on, because games that we've carried the ball 25 plus. Now, granted, a lot of that's going to come in the fourth quarter if you're winning a football game. But games that we've done that and ran the football. And even if we didn't run it great, we've won those games. The 5 wins we have this year, we've ran 25 or more carries. So that's important. I'm not Mr. Run the ball. You got to throw to win in this league, right? Got to throw to win. But you need to be able to run the ball a little bit.
I'm cracking up that you said that, because I'm watching that game Monday night, Tennessee and Houston. And Tennessee ran a play with Mariota where they went to go play action. Well, the back went to the left, and Mariota turned to the right and went play action to nobody. Yeah. And Jason Witten goes, well, play action doesn't really work if there's not a back there who looks like he's going to take the handoff. So, yeah, if you can't run the ball, or if, maybe the back isn't quite in the right spot, play action does nothing.
And it was a little different, especially that last drive, to see that offensive line blow off the line and actually looks like an offensive line. I've pounded, the pavement on run the ball, just because from the offensive line standpoint. You know what I mean? Because if they're struggling in pass block, hey, let's give them a little confidence and push the line like they did. Because then you're right. When you do play action, you do an RPO, there's a split second there where everyone's got to freeze, and then your offensive line can actually look like the semblance of what they looked like last year.
Listen, in defensive I'm not trying to defend Mike Groh at all, because I think he's a flat-out moron everywhere he's been, okay? and the family tree's terrible. But to defend Doug Peterson here, right, if Jay Ajayi isn't hurt, this isn't even a conversation. We're not conversating on we need to run the ball more, because he's going to make sure that everybody know Jay Ajayi's in the football game. And I think he did a great job of that last year with Blunt and Ajayi. We didn't really – early on, because it's the way we are, we bitched and moaned about balance, even though we were dominating everybody in time and possession. That's all that matters. I need to win time and possession. And if I'm doing that by throwing the ball, great. But at some point, to be able to throw the ball well in this league, you either start off throwing the ball, the back guy's up, and then you run it, or it's vice versa. So any way you want to do it, you have to make sure that you're getting 20 or 25 carries, because that means you're winning a football game.
We got a final in South Philly, by the way.
It's a delicious one, too.
117-91, a big old, 26-point blowout by your 10-9-8s.
Boom.
Best big man in the NBA,
Yep.
26, 7, and 4. JJ had 24.
I thought he had 13 rebounds.
14 rebounds. It's finished with 14.
Okay.
26 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists.
The GOAT.
JJ had 24. Ben finished with 14, 7, and 8. Chandler
Ben
had
line, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a Ben
Yeah.
line. You could just be like, what Ben, 14, 7, 8?
Chandler had 8. Jimmy Butler in limited minutes had 7. Furkan with 11 off the bench. Muscala with 10 off the bench. Every Sixer that played scored.
Was Jimmy limited for a reason?
So Friday night against Cavs, when he left early,
Just 'cause I've been out
he
there.
actually hurt his ankle. And he really wasn't supposed to get as many minutes as he did on Sunday in Brooklyn, but he was so ridiculously on fire. I mean,
Yeah, good. You rest him when you get a chance to rest him.
He went, 8 for 9 in the fourth quarter
Yeah.
at Brooklyn?
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, they basically jumped out to a big lead tonight, and then Brett said, have a seat.
Let's get to the fam, right? Chrome chiming in. What's up, Chrome? He said, what's up, fellas? Need the running game this week to open up the passing game against a tough Washington secondary. Something we were talking about already. Yep. So right into it. Jesse Reed, Mills needs to step up. He's back come Monday night. We agree there, Jesse. Jamie Lasher, what's up, fellas?
What's up, Jay Lash?
What's up, James? Dion Brown, what's up, my brother?
Dion.
He said, what's up, fellas? Let's talk about it.
What are we drinking tonight, Dion?
Something delicious. Poll question, who needs to step up? Is this D-line and O-line? D-line first so they can get crazy pressure on that bum McCoy. I need at least 4 sacks from this D-line. I love it. But Dion, we're right there. You got to win up front. John Thatcher, D-line needs to shut down the old man. I feel like Colt McCoy doesn't even look old, but he's been around forever.
I think he's talking about Adrian Peterson.
Oh, well, either old men. I mean, old men around. Jake Friel says, squad. He said, sending love from the Sixers. Love it, Jake. That's a good one to go to tonight. I feel like you really got your money's worth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
See a lot of cork moss.
Yo, I love me some Furcan. Come on.
Joe Miller says, oh, shit, Eagles, bitch. Let's fucking rage. Let's go. As you can see, the mugs up front, Matrix in the house. Let's go.
He's going to want a one-man show out of Matrix in about 5 minutes.
And we all do. We all do. Jamie Lasher, I had LeBlanc on my Madden franchise, and the dude is the actual beast. Here we go. Look what you're starting, Jamie. Now everybody's going to talk about his 96 rate next year, how he has to make it. He looked great. He looked great on the practice squad. We're gonna hear it. Demetrius Parker.
I don't even know what LeBlanc's first name is.
Pascal.
Is it?
I don't know.
That would be a hockey name. That would be a hockey name.
I was out. I was stopping the show.
I just went French.
But here's the thing, right? But Sullivan's first name is Chandon. So it's like you got your wine and your LeBlanc.
It's like they mixed up. They messed up names. Jamie Lasher. Jesse Reed, 24-14 Eagles. Already throwing predictions out. We love that. Remember, score predictions, offense, defensive player of the game. Screenshot it. Send it over to A2D. Chance to win money. I'll just send it over if somebody hits. I don't think anybody's hit.
Got a screenshot. That
and the people haven't been living up to their end of the bargain either. So guess what? Then
they don't want it. They don't want it.
They don't want it. Yeah.
Keep the money. Go get lunch.
Jamie says Wentz needs to stop quadruple clutching the ball and just be Carson. I want to see Dougie P give Wentz his freedom at the line. I think he has given him his freedom at the line, though. I haven't seen any issues with Carson changing play calls at the line. I feel like he's done that a lot. Maybe even more than you maybe even want him to sometimes if you really think about it.
Because he knows that his offensive coordinator doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground.
That's true. Joe Miller, I want Doug to stop with these 3rd and 2 and run crazy screenplays. I don't know if he's saying he wants him to run crazy screenplays or he wants him to stop running these crazy screenplays. Either way, we agree. Ralphie D, my guys, keep on running the ball, please, Doug. I mean, it's a common theme. Now, when it becomes a common theme, I get worried because I feel like we don't know more than everybody else. We want to think we do, you know what I mean? But every time, every time we think something good's going to happen with this football team, for years, something bad happens. Besides last year. Last year was the only change, and still something bad happened. And I was wearing robes on shows, depressed. we all thought for at least 24 to 48 hours that we had zero shot of winning any more football games. And then we rallied around Mickey.
I didn't shave for 3 months.
It was a mess. It was a mess. I'm always like, you want to go to dinner? I'm like, no, Carson's hurt. I mean, it's over.
I got some stuff on the tube here, too.
Read off to the fab. Hold on, you want Dion?
Yeah.
Before I lose it, 2 6-packs of Modelo Dark on hand tonight, fellows. LOL.
Excellent choice.
I don't know what that is. This sounds delicious.
Modelo? Yeah. Modelo is nice.
Modelo's good.
Use a clean word like that. I'm sure it's delicious.
Yeah. Modelo is, good choice, Dion. And Dion, you better stock up on that PBR, too, before they get knocked out of business.
All right, do you guys want my player to step up?
Yeah, please.
Because I think we all know who this is. I put targets on motherfuckers' backs. You know what I mean? Hello, 91. I'm going to ask you every week.
Until you get
me like Donald.
Milk carton.
Give me a Donald night. Because I don't care about pressures. I don't care about Jim Scwartz coming to a presser and being like, well, Fletcher was real key today on the tape. Okay, yeah, I know. We got pressure. Can we finish, please? $100 million. Just don't put pressure on. $100 million, get your ass on the ground. And especially against Colt McCoy. So $100 million needs to dominate.
Do people not understand what that stat means?
I don't know. My buddy Scotty sent it to me. Got me all fired up. Like,
But
8
if you-
a.m.
but if-
8 a.m. I was pacing the house.
If you lead
$100 million?
No, if you lead the league in pressure, if you lead the league in quarterback pressures, it means you're not getting to the goddamn quarterback.
Well, Donald leads it just because he's a pimp and he gets so much pressure and sacks.
And he's sacking.
Yeah, but then Fletcher's like second. He's still like 25 below. So can we not even put it just to say the first in the league is, right? We don't even need to go second. When second that big of a drop-off, I don't need the second. Because now you're just puffing chat. I love Fletcher. Like we talked about, I met Fletcher. There's no agenda with it. He's a great dude. But when you're my guy, and I've seen you dominate double teams for your whole career, let's not let it stop now. We're trying to win football games. We don't want to be that. I think Noah said it good in the fix. We just want to get back to the dance so we can start acting like that we're a team that will continuously be in the playoffs with a chance to make a run. That's all we want as a fan base, like we had back in the Andy days where, hey, we knew we were going to the playoffs. We knew we were going home crying, but we knew we were going every year.
You're like a jilted lover with Fletcher. You know that, right?
I do. I love him. I need more.
You got man love for Fletcher, and because he's not around, he hasn't been able to hold up his end of the relationship.
No. It's like I can only be so great of a father with these guys. I did it with Adubel Herrera, let me down. Every guy that I want to fall in love with, at some point, wants a milk cart.
pushed you over the top.
No, because I was a Joel junkie, and for 2 years, 3 years, I was saying he's going to be MVP of the league.
You're tired of holding up this relationship by
I
yourself.
am.
He can't cuddle alone.
What are you
He
doing?
can't cuddle
Bring
alone.
something to the table, Fletcher. Huh? You tired of cooking and cleaning? Do something, you son of a bitch.
He don't even spoon anymore.
You sleep on the couch. Or I do.
This body pillow doesn't cut it anymore.
I mean, at the end of the day, like I'm getting in 3-point stances and swim arming dogs in the house and doing what I need to do to get after the quarterback. I just need to see more though. In all reality,
seriousness.
I need more from him because it all starts with him. And now again, Jernigan back. You saw more pressure last week. You expect Jernigan snaps to go up again this week, and you hope that contributes to Fletcher getting more pressure in his whole D line because they did take over in the fourth. I thought in the fourth they were like, you know what, this game's on our shoulders. We gotta go get them.
David
Read 'em off.
David Rosca says, "What's up, boys? My Rams will be 11-1 this Sunday. Yes, they probably will.
I
What
love
up,
you.
David?
You're such a crumb. I love you though. I love you.
TTP ball and hashtag FTR. Yo, Sixers by 30.
Let's go,
which
TT.
they were. Todd Womack, Philly Dilly guys.
What up, Todd?
Todd says, the whole D-line, Carson Wentz, the damn coach, is hell. The damn fans need to step up. We all got fat off the chip, and now we need a Rocky montage to get the wins back.
I mean, I was autograph signing.
Oh, yeah.
Like after they won, like I thought I was part of this. I was part of the thing. If I'm traveling, I'm like, oh yeah, Eagles, yeah, I got you. We gave a hat away in the Dominican, me and my father. We were just give it. You remember that too? You
I remember the video. I remember the video.
The guy in the Dominican's wearing an Eagles, great fucking like $50 Eagles hat. I said, you really want to give this up? Like he's cheap as shit. I said, you really giving this to this guy? I said, I love your gesture. I just don't see you're doing it. And I thought he was gonna like as soon as we gave the video, be like, yeah, I'm gonna need that back. And he gave it to him.
Oh my God. Todd says, we got Oreos going on the chairs now. I don't know if that's like a Matrix thing or what. Because we brought a black guy onto the show. Like, big fucking look.
Okay.
We're going there. I mean, that's where.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Todd Womack.
Todd, are you huffing tonight?
I thought Todd was black.
Todd huffing. He might be. Then you can say whatever you want, Todd. But if you're not, calm down.
No. He just said, damn right, my birthday's tomorrow. What better way to celebrate than having some drinks and talking Eagles with my boys?
We can tell you're drinking. And we love you. Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday.
Robbie's birthday, too.
go.
Oh, shit.
All right. Get the
Birthdays
candles.
all around.
Pootie Tang says, yo, family.
What up, Poot?
What up?
Booty.
And he draws it out.
I love the draw.
Ryan Fair. I called the Fanatic today, and I had to argue with
Who?
Cuz. Exactly. I had to argue with Cuz about how Josh Adams is a feature back.
I love Cuz.
Eagles win 45-17. Well, Ryan,
Wow.
which side are you on? Do you think he's a feature back or not? Because I don't necessarily think he's a feature back. I do think, though, that it's a good thing that the Eagles finally said,
We're going to give you the ball.
we're going to give you the ball 20 times. Here's what you can do with it. Now, is he the guy I want to go into next season with my feature back with? Hell no.
But be careful what you say because you're going to get the people upset.
Give me some.
Josh Adams, you're one way or the other with him.
Look, hold on.
People are
right
gonna
now.
get- people are gonna get
Hold on right
emotional,
now.
Mike. People
Hold
are
on
gonna
right
get
now.
emotional.
I'm from Bucks County, and I'm not saying that Josh Adams should be a feature back. So that whole, what do we
You
call
mean
it?
like the 215?
Yeah, the 215, right? Not like the people from Jersey that think Corey Clement should start because he's from Glassboro.
No, and he did play better, though, this
did.
Sunday. I thought,
Hey,
he made a couple guys mess.
He broke tackles.
which is a surprise. We don't see that too often with Corey. He usually runs into things. He really looks like a dog on a hardwood floor when he runs the football.
Oh, my God.
I think the kick returning has helped him out, just to be like, go hit a Hulk out.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's helped him out returning kicks. Like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, run fast and go that
Well,
way.
now we know what Todd's problem is. He's mixing vodka and tequila.
Oh.
Wait, who does that?
I'm not even a drinker, but that doesn't sound legal.
No.
No.
And he also says 31-14 Eagles.
I
Let's
wouldn't
go.
even do that. I wouldn't even do that, like, in an all-inclusive. Like, I wouldn't be like, yeah, mix them too. Like, they'd be the last two. I almost just threw up.
I
Go
just
ahead.
threw up in
crazy.
my
I love
mouth.
you, Todd. Happy birthday, though, bro.
Todd's gonna sleep his whole birthday. Okay, he's gonna wake up Friday like, what did I miss?
He may be asleep before the show's over.
Screenshot what he said and DM him on Sunday. Todd or Saturday, whatever the fuck day. It's
Joshua
Friday.
Booker says time for Dallas, and I'm assuming that means Goddard, to get more snaps in this offense. I agree with that completely.
I think he's gotten snapped. I think he's been blocking more, and
Yeah.
you know, and again, that's Mike Groh not being able to fit guys the hell in. But listen, when you're a rookie
but at the same
and
time,
you're learning offense, it's hard.
You're a rookie at a specialty position, and then you go out and the addition you made at the deadline was a Golden Tate. So Golden Tate's going to eat up some of those snaps, because where you normally would go to two tight ends, you're not going to tight end because Golden Tate's in the game because he's obviously a better pass catcher and a better weapon than Dallas is right now.
You want a number on that? Before they acquired Golden Tate, Wentz on targets to Goddard was 17 of 18 with 2 touchdowns. Since they acquired Golden Tate, he's 0 for 4. That should tell you everything you need to know right there with Dallas Goedert and why he's basically been invisible. But I agree. I mean, frankly, if they're not getting the ball to Golden Tate, get him off the field a little bit, get Goddard back out there, try to open things up a little, and then start weaving Tate back in.
Did you go see Tony in Orlando?
I did not. I didn't get a chance to make it over. Sorry, Tony.
Just unbelievable. You know a guy. Hello from Orlando.
Yeah.
Lozada says, hello from Orlando. Eagles Wing Shack.
Yeah.
And
There
Greg
you
was
go.
supposed to go.
Sorry, Tony.
Froston 1 basically asked the question, is Adams the long-term answer or the short-term solution?
Short-term solution.
Short-term solution, no question. Ryan Ferrer says, I think the defense will step up. I feel like Rasul Douglas will come alive. I think he's a feature back. He showed a lot of I think he's going back to Adams. I think he's a feature back. He showed a lot of promise to me. No one's saying that he's not a good back, but if you think he's going to be a 20 to 25 carry every game for 4, 5, 6
He's
years
LeGarrette
type of
Blount
back.
last year
Yeah,
in that role where you're getting like 5 to 10 carries, you know, in like down the stretch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just a pound and put the icing on the cake.
I'm not saying you can't find lightning in a bottle, but I just go back to you weren't drafted out of Notre Dame. Give me a dynamic running back that wasn't drafted out of Notre Dame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're a dynamic running back, you get drafted just out of going to Notre Dame.
Right.
Just like a linebacker from Penn State,
Yeah.
or a defensive back in the SEC. You're getting drafted, you know, and then you couldn't make
there's
this roster.
Second string guys at Alabama get drafted, and you didn't.
Yeah, you didn't make the roster off the jump. It took you a couple weeks. Like, dude, you're blowing up. Great, go for it. And it's not like we can't find lightning in a bottle, but it's not like I'm not going after Le'Veon in the offseason just because I got Josh Adams.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or whoever's out there,
Yeah,
David Johnson.
I'm not
I'm not saying like, no, sorry, we got our guy here.
Right. No one's saying he doesn't have talent. He's not doing a good job. He's not doing what they ask of him. His numbers on Sunday should have been way better because he had, a 52-yard touchdown called back on a somewhat sketchy hold call.
That sucked.
On Kelsey. I mean,
I think we saw the explosiveness though out of him that we weren't quite sure, right? I mean, he hit the hole quick. He bounced it quick, and I thought he got to the sideline.
I mean, the kid
fast. I thought he had a little burst to him.
The kid's doing everything that's being asked of him right now. But is
sucked.
he a top 20 running back in the NFL? No, absolutely not.
No, and anybody out there is just drinking the Kool-Aid or you're related to him.
And then,
you know what I mean?
He's a good side piece. He's not
Right.
a wife. He's a good side piece.
You're absolutely right.
You know? Like, he's a great side piece. Like, you keep him for a few years, side piece. You know? It's just not a wife, you know? It's not a wife. You know, you don't introduce him to mom, but great side piece.
Hey,
So true. It's exactly what he is. I mean, spot
well,
on.
you could introduce him to mom if mom's on the tell. if you got the kind of relationship with your mom where, you could introduce mom to the side piece because mom's going to keep her mouth shut.
Yeah, I mean, it
Most
depends.
moms are gonna be like, "So where's Diane?"
Cool. There you go. Cool P19
She's
says.
losing it.
There you go. Says, I don't see this game being close. Eagles win this. And then Todd Womack says, so can we get our money back from Sproles for this being his last year? he really balled out.
Yeah, I don't know how return policies work in the NFL.
But Matrix, to your point, like, I got no problem going into the season next year with Adams and Clement as locks in the backfield, but I want a feature back playing ahead of them. No question.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you got Clement is a good third down back. Adams is the side piece. But I want me some Le'Veon. I mean, or you draft.
Yeah, I go in the first round. I say, you know what? I'm finally going to do this.
You draft a first-round running back.
Like, it's okay, Howie. Everybody's doing it. You're allowed to do it.
Show me DeAndre Swift.
A Mercedes Dominique says 27-21 Eagles. I like that score a lot better than some of the stuff that's getting thrown at me. Some of the stuff that's getting thrown at is aggressive. And it is a divisional game. Right. The NFL isn't a league where teams get blown out a lot in, and they're coming in fighting for the same shit we're fighting for. I think this is what people forget.
And their defense is good.
Yeah, and they got a strong offensive line. They can run the ball a little bit. I think I reset it this week. Like, if you lose Colt McCoy, then you aren't good enough anyway. I mean, it comes down to that, but the rest of their football team is good. Yeah. I mean, it's a good, strong football team, and we don't know what one of them what defense is showing up at the link.
And
I think it is too.
And I think you said a couple weeks ago, like, have we ever blocked Kerrigan?
Never.
Ever in his career?
Never.
It's just he wreaks havoc at us. We win. You know what I mean? Like, game 1 of last year, he destroyed Carson.
It's a dogfight. I mean, if you ain't ready to go and you think this is for anybody out there, like don't start laying back like on the recliner and stuff and think this is an easy one, because people every time we do that, you know how that goes. Yeah. We got to be up in the TV too, right? Be up in it, hands moving.
Close game.
Yeah, I just think it's tough. You don't just go blow out divisional games.
I mean, I'll
often. I mean, it happens.
Yep.
Right,
yeah.
but I mean, I'll tell you this, like. If you take the Thanksgiving Day game out of the equation, because frankly, to me, I think, it's real hard to go into Dallas and win on Thanksgiving just because they play there at home every year. I think Colt McCoy, being a Texas kid, probably went in there a little too amped up, thinking that he was gonna ride off into the sunset with his Thanksgiving Day victory back in the state of Texas. But I mean, I was down there 2 weeks ago when Alex Smith broke his leg, and I saw Colt come in and basically just run that offense. And they were playing Houston. Houston's an 8-3 football team. They lost that game by 2 points.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah, I mean, he can play a little bit.
And that was a late comeback
and
from
it was a late comeback by Houston. So, now that you take, you give Colt McCoy another week of practice in a division game, you take away the mystique of Dallas on Thanksgiving night, it's going to be a fight.
Well, and another mini bye.
Yeah.
Not only coming off, another game, they got 10 days.
Yeah, well, we've seen that 10 days work for us too. I mean, I don't know how it's going to work for them, but teams come off buys differently. Yeah. And hopefully you can get on them early. They come off a little sluggish from the bye.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you got to hope for. Mike Parker says 26-13 Birds. Josh Adams and Fletcher is his players of the game.
Well, it's interesting because Frosted One said
Froston,
Froston, One. I'm guessing that's his last name, or it's Frost on One. Should I be thinking blowout this Monday night? Last time we thought blowout, we lost.
Yeah, I wouldn't think blowout.
I wouldn't be thinking blowout. Yeah. Todd Womack, bring Bryce back to the city of brotherly love.
Bryce who?
Bryce Love.
Bryce Love.
I like the little play on words there.
Yeah.
Todd, look at you, full circle.
Full
circle, Todd.
Alexander Verrucci. I'm definitely not a Josh Adams fan, but the week before he had a 30-yard or so touchdown run that got called back. So 2 weeks in a row, he's had 30-plus yard touchdown runs called back. I like that.
No, that's true.
And then Pootie Tang, I know it's a little premature, but should we be
Pootie's premature?
Should we bring Groh back next year? If not, is there anyone else y'all have in mind for OC?
Come on,
Me.
Pootie.
No and yes.
Anybody on these chairs?
The trash can.
Anybody sitting here, the mellow yellow, I feel like puts together a better game plan.
Put me in, coach.
Zach Williams says,
I got a name for you.
Tevin Coleman and Josh Adams next year will be a little bit And and a little bit of Corey. I thought he said that'd be crazy, but he said and a side piece of Corey.
I don't even know if Tevin Coleman's a feature back.
No, that's just the names. The two.
But it's a good name.
That's
it's
a nice
good
lightning.
And David Johnson says,
lightning.
hoping the Cowgirls get blown out by the Saints. I think we all hope that. And Rob doesn't over there, but everybody else does.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't care if they get blown out, just lose. You know, we're just in the business of teams taking L's.
I want them to get blown out.
Yeah, I would love it.
I need their confidence down.
Yeah, get DeMarcus Lawrence to stop talking.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing a video on that.
Garrett, here's a name
What,
for
Lawrence talking?
The Cowboys and Saints.
Oh, you should.
I was probably gonna do a video trashing the Cowboys
After?
before and after.
Oh, yeah, double dip.
I've contemplating. I was like, should I do one tomorrow morning, just trashing them, and then do one after if they lose?
Yes.
I'll probably.
Yes. Family, you want to vote on this?
I'm just cracking up at the amount of bulletin board material that the Cowboys are giving the Saints. Like, I'm all for a team being confident, but I mean the Saints are the best team in the NFC.
Maybe the best team in football.
Maybe the best team in football.
I was thinking that. Yeah.
And you're giving it, and you're going on the road to play them, and you're giving them bulletin board material. I mean, are you crazy? Are you legitimately crazy?
Drew Brees finds weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody who wasn't on my New Orleans stack on Thanksgiving Day caught a touchdown.
He's making
weapons.
He's making kids from Temple look good. Actually, it's Alexander Verrucci says, I guess Groh has the rest of the year before they make a decision on that. Yeah, probably. I mean, they're not so bad that he's going to get fired mid-season, even though I wouldn't mind that one bit. Ryan
1.9 points in the first quarter.
Yeah, Ryan Ferrer again says Colt McCoy will get rocked. Also on a Phillies note, why is Clentac not making moves? Or is Clentac making any I'm assuming he means why haven't the Phillies signed anyone yet? Relax.
Baseball free agency moves a lot slower than everything else.
Winter
Meetings start next week.
It's the 9th through the 13th or something like that.
Start next week.
Yeah, I would.
In Bryce's home, just relax.
I would not stress.
Just relax. My Brycey poo will be here soon.
You know what happened is Patrick Corbin was at the bank yesterday, and everybody in the Philadelphia media made a big deal out of it. Why did you let him leave? Why did you let him go to New York without signing? Blah, blah, blah. His agent said he's not signing until he visits everyone. So just relax. Now.
That's what guys do. I mean, they do their tours.
They come out of the winter meetings with, nobody. Oh, yeah. Then we got problems.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
I like the names, though, real quick, not to get on the Phillies tangent, but I like the names being thrown out there.
Oh, so
They're
do
the
I.
right names.
Oh, absolutely.
Patrick Corbin, Andrew Miller.
All right, well, that's great. I mean, the guy's got to come in and like your manager that's talking, because every word he says, I would dislike as a player. Like, as soon as he started talking to me and using weird big words, I'm out. Like, I mean, that matters in this.
No,
Greg. I know there's a love affair, right? And you want to rebuild homes in Cali for him right now. But at the end of the day, you got to like your manager.
I understand.
That's the guy you're going to be around a lot.
But you don't have to. Your contract could outlive the manager.
It very well could.
You know what I mean? Like Bryce Harper signed for 10 years.
He loves Green.
It has nothing to do with Gabe. Gabe could be gone next year.
He could be, but right now,
that's what I'm saying. Like Andrew Miller signing a 3-year deal. He's going to outlive Gabe. We all know that. Patrick Corbin.
Do you think with that much talent that then Gabe loses his job?
If he doesn't win.
So then you would think he's not good enough then right now.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I just confirming that.
I love
We're
it.
back.
No, I was back the end of last year.
Wasn't sure. I'm never sure, and sometimes you just got to confirm. Like, I wasn't
I'm back.
positive.
I'm not building houses in Cali.
I didn't know you weren't building a lot. I just figured you went out to help him. Like everybody else.
I just donated
Like you drove by 1 million homes and just went to games. What do you need, buddy?
No,
I wasn't building houses in Cali.
He wasn't even there. No, he listened to the show the night before Thanksgiving. He hit the 1-800 Red Cross, gave his $10, and off he went.
Good class act. Wouldn't
I
expect.
don't donate to the Red Cross.
Todd Womack says, I already got an interview set up for OC. So I guess Todd's going to be the new offensive coordinator.
That's fine, Todd.
Keep doing that vodka and tequila.
Keep the vodka and tequila going.
Yeah.
And then,
keep it at a minimum during game prep.
And then he said,
don't come out and say you're having a tough time.
Actually, he asked an interesting question here. He said, who should we bring back?
Jim Irsay.
Tate or Aguilar?
I
think that's a good question. Now, I almost wonder if they brought Tate in, with the intention of re-signing him just in case they can't re-sign Aguilar.
Do you guys notice something, though, about
I was
Tate?
thinking that.
I feel like he's not and I mean, this is not just him, but I don't feel like he's as explosive off the turf. Make sense? Like on turf, you see like the little moves he does. They work in Detroit well on turf. They always did. I feel like on the grass and that surface, I'm seeing the moves, but I'm not seeing the explosiveness that he had off the turf.
Right.
Now, a lot of it could be, hesitation, like learning a new offense, or there could be hesitation involved in it. But even on the punt returns and stuff, I feel like there's a lot of moving and shaking. But I don't know if the burst is there like it is off turf.
Fair.
Now, I'm not ready to say I don't want to re-sign him.
Right.
I need to see more.
Right.
Now, and he could go make a big – he probably will this Monday since I said this. He's going to take it.
I was
Book
thinking
it.
that.
He's going to break 7 tackles on the way.
Yeah, book it that he takes 150 to the house on Monday. If you can bet that, bet it, please, because I'm always wrong. But that being said, I just that's the only thing I'm seeing from him is I'm not seeing the explosiveness. Like, you're brought in as a guy, you can't stretch the field, but you make a lot of guys miss. You haven't. Yeah. In the small sample size of targets, you really haven't made a lot of guys miss. So,
it's time for him to step up.
Yeah, it's just, as you're
You gotta
right now,
break
I'd rather
the
have
game.
Nelly back.
Yeah,
just because I know he can stretch the field.
You just go with the age.
Yeah. Got to have that breakaway game. He should make it this game. He needs to.
Nelly or Golden? Both.
Tate.
Yeah, he needs to.
Yeah.
Like I need like a 6 to 8 catch game, a touch. Maybe break 80 yards.
Yeah. He
Not an
needs,
80-yard
he
play,
needs
but
100, he needs 100 yards this game. I want 100 yards.
Yeah, I agree.
100 yards.
Yep.
A big show. Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Lights are bright. Let's go.
Deep in the heart.
Zach Boylan says Aguilar all day. Deion Brown says our future back is in the NFL draft, in my opinion.
Who's that? Did you get the
Didn't say
name?
who.
No,
Didn't
Deion,
say
let us know who.
Who you got, Dion?
Gina Rambo. What's up, Gina?
I don't disagree. I just want to know who you got.
Gina Rambo.
Gina said
I
somewhere.
like that name.
Someone commented somewhere that the Eagles need to stop bringing in vets on short-term deals. But she said, but I disagree. I just think it depends on who it is.
Yeah.
On that short-term deal.
Yeah.
Mike, I'm not going to get you, Mike. I'm not going to get your last name right, so we're not even going to jump into it.
With an R?
Yeah.
Riccozzi?
Jesus, are you okay? Look at this guy. You know him? Okay, good. I was like,
Went
this
to school
guy.
with him? How'd you know?
Yeah, like how'd you know? Yeah.
It's my
You
cornhole
Googling it and getting the spell?
It's one of my cornhole partners.
Okay. Yeah.
We win money.
He said, do any of our backs ever actually break a tackle?
Hey,
Josh Adams ran through a couple this week.
Josh did, but Corey, I mean, if you're
Corey
talking about
usually doesn't when he's running the ball.
now, Wendell, I thought did. I
Yeah.
thought Wendell, when he first started getting opportunity, he was running hard. But I mean, he is what he is. I think all these guys just are what they are.
it's funny because I think Chucks actually keeps count of how many times
Of course he
Corey
does.
Clement doesn't make guys miss.
Yeah.
And he went nuts on Sunday because Clement was making guys miss left and right.
Keep saying he doesn't make guys miss, Chucks.
In fact, he made 2 guys miss on one play.
No, he did.
Oh.
I think Chuck's was just like finished at that time.
I was going to say there may have been a bit of a splooge factor there.
Zach Boylan back at it. Sign Tevin Coleman, please. But I just don't know how many touches you're getting out of Tevin Coleman, and I want to do predictions anyway. Like, I'm good with Tevin Coleman, but I got to draft the guy then too. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't, like, I'm not hanging my hat
'Cause
on
then
giving
you're-
Tevin Coleman a ton of money for a guy who I can get 10 to 12 touches to without him breaking down.
Yeah, I like Tev, but he can't be it.
And it's another guy. Like, I don't let turf deceive. Like, I don't know how you are off the turf too. Turf gives guys bursts. You ever run down a hotel? Like in a hotel, you ever run down the hallway? Like you feel like
I haven't run down anything in a long time.
But when you did,
No, you feel fast.
you feel fast. Like
Yeah,
you're
you're
running,
absolutely right.
you're running a 10-8-40, but you feel like you're running a 4 flat. So I feel like the same thing's on turf.
10-8. That's great.
Like you're really like you're going in slow motion, but you feel like you're. Oh my god! If I was in the combo right now, I still got it.
For,
And that's how I feel like turf.
You're doing cuts, but you ain't really doing nothing. It's like, man, I'm
You're not really
killing
going
him out
anywhere.
here.
for everybody that's on that Tevin Coleman train, I will say this. So Devontae Freeman gets hurt. Atlanta gives Tevin Coleman the opportunity to be their feature back. And Ito Smith has gotten more and more work every week in that offense.
Yeah, and their coordinator drinks.
Because Coleman has –
Who doesn't?
They figured out that Coleman is not the guy.
No, he's your side piece. Yep.
He's a compliment.
And that's what he is. He's a complimentary guy who can.
He might
who's
be
electric at times.
He might be a high-end side piece that you met at the club, but he's still a side piece.
There you go. There you go. You don't come out to the day after Valentine's Day. Shut up, bitch.
You get the half off dinners.
Get the 2 for $20.
There you go. Alexander Verrucci. I'll tell you what pisses me off is these fucking screens on 3rd and 8 or longer. Drives me crazy. And if Doug is following Groh's game plan, I'm scared because one of these 3rd and longs, he should finish your thought, dude. Finish your thought and let's go.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Monday morning quarterback stuff's fun to me because if you take a 3rd and 8 screen to the house, we're loving the play call. So I mean,
yeah.
How?
Well, you got to look at position on the field. Because the 3rd and 8 screen is either all right. Let me get 6 or 7 and make a 4th down decision easier.
Right.
Or if it doesn't work, I was punting anyway.
Right.
Depending on where you are in the field.
The screen has been a staple of 3rd and 6 or longer in the NFL for years. If you're a good screen team,
yep.
It's almost indefensible.
And I thought it's at points this year we didn't screen enough.
And that's what Johnny Diggs said. He said Coleman is great in the flat. He said, "Hello, the dude isn't a runner; he's a pass catcher." I think we talked about that earlier on in the year.
What up, Diggs?
That's what he is. He's a guy who in the Super Bowl, plays in the open field where he caught balls.
Right,
he made guys miss. That's who he is. Now, can he burst one through a wide open hole where like a truck can drive through, like Emmitt Smith holes back in the day? Absolutely. Like who can't? But he's more of a pass catcher. So he's another guy that's just he plays a part in 3rd downs and stuff like that. But besides that, he's not a 1st or 2nd down runner. And, Adams is a guy who can do it. We'll see if he can do it more. I mean, we're going to find out more as the season goes on. But
because now teams are game playing for him. You know what I mean?
Now he's out there.
Going into the games up until this last week, you didn't know which guy to game plan for.
Right.
Was it Smallwood? Was it Adams? Now
right.
it's Adams. And everyone knows that.
Our friend Harlem Cowboy is back, too.
Harlem!
He says, hey, guys, nice victory, but unimpressive.
Yeah, of course. And you're going to have an unimpressive loss.
So are you, buddy. You suck.
I may just let Matrix handle that for the night.
Yeah, let him handle Harlem. We'll put Harlem right in his place. Harlem Cowboy. He's going to take a tough one Thursday. It's going to be a tough one to swallow Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see him in the chat on Sunday.
Going down.
Sunday morning. We'd love to see him. Zach Boyle and pound the ball. Yeah, brother. That's what we're all talking about. If you're just joining us, our poll question, who needs to step up for the Eagles to win on Monday night? Wentz, Jeffrey, Cox, Graham, somebody else? Let us know. You can vote. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. HUD Radio is where you can find us. Tom Renone, Mike Mataraki, Matrex Wright in the house. Join us. Greg Milwaukee in the house. Robbie Pope on the 1s and 2s. We're still reading off all your questions, but it's a little prediction time. Chance to win a couple bucks. We need offense, defense player of the game. Screenshot it. Send it over to A2D, and we'll send you money if you win. Whoever wants to get it rocking, let's go.
It's bad when I'm picking the Eagles. I'm going 21-17, though. Again, divisional game. I think in close, might be, it's going to be, they're down, and Carson's going to come at some point in the 4th quarter. Maybe not last second drive, but it's going to be a 4th quarter comeback because they're going to be down. And then the defense is going to seal it. So, my player of the game is going to be Golden Tate. I do agree.
Go with that. Yeah.
I do agree.
I hate when guys go first. They ruin it all. They take, when you're going 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, it's tough. You're left scrapping, the scrap yard on players of the game.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm just telling you how it feels. I always go 3rd, too. Now I'm going 4th. It's going to be, I got to have nothing. We diving in the fucking dumpster here.
And my defensive player of the game, I'm going to go with the guy who I said to step up, and Brandon Graham.
Yeah.
I think he's got to get to the quarterback. For a guy like Brandon Graham, I want to see pressures. For a guy like Fletcher, we want to see sacks because he's in the middle. You know what I mean? You want to see the pressures forcing the quarterback to step up into our $100 million man.
Or vice versa.
Yeah. So I'm going Brandon Graham on the defensive side.
Wow. Chris Ashtroy says, Eagles put it together, win 37-10. That's a big put together. He says, fellas, happy holidays. Fly Eagles fly.
Yeah, Chris.
Run the ball, and Cox needs to step up. Happy holidays, brother.
Is he drinking with the other guy?
I think he is. Okay. Tequila vodka mix.
Yeah.
We know. We've heard about it.
So
it's my birthday.
Forecast for Monday.
Big ass straw.
That's crazy. I love it. Forecast for Monday is partly cloudy, 54. but they are saying 40% chance of showers before the second half ends. So it could be one of those where the game starts and the weather's good, and sometime third, fourth quarter, it starts get a little wet out there.
Yeah, still a nice night though. 54.
Oh yeah, nice night, absolutely.
Balmy.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweaty compared to this shit. You're right. Balmy is a good word, Greg. Another great word dropped tonight.
Matrix prediction.
27-24, Eagles, of course.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's gonna be a close game.
And Greg,
they're gonna come out on top.
Where were you?
21-17.
So you were 21-17. You're 27-24. Okay.
Yeah. I would say Tate on defense. Mills is back, right?
Yeah.
He got to show up, and he knows it. He's been getting harassed all online and everything. He coming back.
Put Frenchie on the bench.
He got to come back. Somebody throw something. I need interception, smacks, getting people faces. Yeah, what? You ain't catching nothing in this. This is my house. I need that. That's what we need. Put his heart out here. Let him know. I'm on the field. Don't throw nothing this way. Nothing. He come out there with that defense going to be like, yeah, we ready. You throw anything, everybody going to feel good, and we coming out on top.
I agree. I think he brings something to the defense too. He's got swagger. Now he doesn't always get it done. No, corners get beat in this league.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I love what he brings to the table. I've gotten crushed over for sticking up for the guy.
The guys on the other
for a
side
while.
get paid a lot of money
Yeah.
to catch the ball.
Yep, and they know where they're going.
They
by the
get
way.
a lot of money to catch the ball.
And they know where they're going beforehand. You don't know where they're going.
Exactly.
But like we talked about early on, inside the 20s is where Jalen Mills is so effective, even more so, because it just plays to his strengths. So I love that. I love that pick. I love the Jalen back. Jalen's back. Rasul's back, right? And then hopefully you get Sid back. Or Maddox. Somebody. How about all four? All four back.
Nice.
Mersal wasn't supposed to play Sunday, but he was in. You guys see that?
A little bit, yeah.
He played 3 plays.
Yeah. What's that? I don't know. I mean, I guess they're that thin. It's like if you can suit up, just suit up.
I think that's what I honestly, God, I think that's what it was.
We can't cut anybody else.
Well, it was,
Who's the least injured out of all you guys, right? Like,
that's what
who's
it was.
the least injured?
It was literally like, if we needed to put you out there in an emergency, could you move a little bit?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, you're dressing.
That's what it was.
Because he played 3 plays. That was it.
It's like that emergency.
He didn't even play special
It's like that
teams.
emergency goalie they put in sometimes.
Yeah.
Like the goalie coach's brother, who's also a goalie that they signed for the one
Jesus,
game.
I did.
Anybody else get hurt, they're going to be suiting up cheerleaders. Come here, pretty.
Oh, hello.
James Fripp said it'd be nice to see Dallas have a breakout game.
Would, yeah.
Interesting.
And Joey DiBardino, 25-18 Eagles. Deion Brown, score predictions 24-18. I don't trust our DBs against Jordan Reed, and I have no faith in them shutting them down. But he still got us with a dub. I love it. And
Did he answer his running back
yep,
yet?
Damian
Okay.
Harris from Bama and Miles Gaskins from Washington.
Miles Gaskins could run.
Harris, he said Harris right now could fit in this offense today.
Sure.
So Damian Harris, yeah, he can fit in everybody. I agree. He fits
Yeah.
in everybody's offense. He's a puppy. Flat out stud.
And Gaskin to do it in the snow up in the Apple Cup on late.
Yeah, I don't buy into the snow runs.
Yeah, but they're Shady did it.
Because I feel like I can make a guy miss the snow. Like, you just fall down.
But they're running hard.
No, I know. I like that name, too. But
Yeah.
I don't buy in the snow runs.
yeah.
They're not impressive. I did it before. So everyone's did it. It's the snow.
Where's he at? Shady's done it. Everybody can do it. And Thicky Don, the crumb he is, talking about burning the Shady. You don't burn goat jerseys.
No.
I mean, the guy's done some crumb shit, but you don't burn his jersey. You know, like off the field stuff doesn't relate to the jersey purchase. Unless you're like Ray Caruth or, there's guys where you got to take the jersey down.
Yeah.
Obviously. There's like certain. Okay, raise off to the shelves. What do you got, Mike?
It's not like you got a Reuben Foster jersey hanging.
No, I'm not rocking one.
You'd own it, though.
What a Rube?
Oh, yeah.
Well, if we would have drafted him, I would have had one.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? We were yelling for it.
I was gonna
I don't
say-
feel good about that now.
I think we might have had matching.
You two
I
were
had
on
the road, he had the home.
And say you two were the biggest Reuben Foster apologists I had ever seen.
We have to draft him. We were
Look
an
at
issue.
our linebackers now.
We were an issue at the draft. When we drafted Derek Barnett, we were yelling, screaming, calling for Howie's head. And I did a video 5 minutes later saying, well, I mean, you do win up front. So, I mean, I get the pick, Howie. And then all Derek Barnett did last year was make big play after big play. Like, yep, that's Reuben's another domestic.
17-12 Eagles.
Ooh,
Hold on, real quick, before you go any
real
deeper.
low.
Before you go any deeper.
You're going like limbo low.
Do you guys believe when you don't obviously when there's smoke, there's fire, and this is twice, right? But like when you
there's smoke, there's something.
when you don't see visual evidence, right? Do you always just believe the girl when you talk about high profile athletes? Like it's sort of hard for me to believe either side. Like I just don't know what to believe. I don't know to believe if you're seeking some dollars and cents, you're trying to ruin a career, or if this guy's just a scumbag. Like, you know what I mean? Because we don't know.
I hate weighing.
You know what I mean? We really don't know.
Yeah,
you want to believe the girl and say
exactly
you're not this much. You're not a piece of shit. Like you're telling the truth. You just don't want money. But then you wonder when they're high profile. You're like, well, did they have a bad breakup? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said, you know what, you're out, or I'm not signing the prenup.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you're signing the prenup.
They're emotional and they move off of that, so you never know what their agenda is. That can go so many ways.
Same thing with Zeke.
Like,
We all hate Zeke, but we don't.
You don't know.
We don't know what her agenda was.
Yeah, exactly.
Now there was a guy who was the guy who was the
because-
crumb that played for the Panthers and then went to the Cowboys. Why am I drawing a blank on his name?
Greg Hardy.
Greg Hardy. Like when there's guns when we got pictures of guns on the bed and we got big time bruises and there's like you're going to Afghanistan. It looks like because you got like assault rifles and shit and everything. You got tanks out back. Like then we know that you're an issue.
You're a crumb. Yeah.
But I'm not saying Reuben Foster isn't an issue because I just don't know. I just find that always like in the middle. Like I read the report and then it's like okay. I mean, can we?
I always want the female. Till they bring proof, I'll be like, I don't know.
Yeah, like the Greg Hardy had pictures.
I hate to sound bad, but to some people, but like you said, a guy. Look at the money these guys make, and you have females that are really just sitting around like, we getting dressed tonight, and we gonna go fuck somebody's career up.
Yeah. That's
Like,
seriously
that's
what
what
they
we
do.
doing. We're gonna destroy someone's career. You know?
Like you look good, girl. We're gonna go fuck him up tonight.
What's the basketball player? You got to give the baby mom $250,000 a month.
Who's it? Weber?
No.
Because Weber's got Weber pays like ridiculous child support. It's tough.
What's with the freckles? Why can't he sign the Jordan
Blake
sneaker
Griffin?
deal? That's a Griffin, isn't it?
Yeah.
$250,000 per month. That's
Per
not
month.
a year. That's per month. You know how much money it is a year? The baby it's a baby. What? Like this ain't seven. Like what do you
one
need
baby.
$250,000 a month for?
You need over $1 million a year to support the kid. A lot of formula. You know what I mean? It's tough.
Like, come on.
Tough living. She's got like a fucking condo in the hills in L.A.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
You could buy her and the baby everything they need 10 times, and you would need nowhere near $250,000 per month.
nah.
You're absolutely right.
If I was an athlete, and I'd probably cut my. No, I'm cool. I don't even want it.
Yep. Jenner in it. We're Jenner. We're Caitlin in it. We're just done. Yep.
250.
We're Caitlin in it.
We're Caitlin in it. We're Brucing. We're Bruce tonight.
Seriously, every professional athlete should use their signing bonus and go get a vasectomy.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
Or just we know NBA. I mean, we know the NBA. We know. I mean, it takes two to tango in the NBA.
Listen,
and they're out and about.
I'd buy
Younger guys.
I'd buy a team of side hoes or whatever you want to call them. Look, see these 10 chicks
Like
you always
Iverson's
see me
posse?
with? They have contracts. You
The
freak
third-tier
me
contracts.
and only me.
It's like
So-
Iverson's posse, but
Yeah.
it's girls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
My
soon as
God.
another girl be like, I'm pregnant by him. You lying because he only fucks her
Yeah.
and her and her.
Right.
I can
His
have
menu select.
My contract, I can have threesomes, foursomes, sixsomes with these 10 girls whenever I want. If they sleep with anyone else, I get to kill them. Okay?
Uh-oh.
I misspit that up.
Like, that's sad. That's how you got to do that. That's crazy.
It's so true though. You got to protect your assets. If I'm the agent, I'm like, yeah, we're hiring.
Protecting something.
Yeah, like that's my money now shipping out.
That's ridiculous.
What do you got? 17,
I had
12.
17-12. I got them.
You got this defense showing up.
I actually
in a big way.
I have the defense showing up 4 field goals. I'm going my defensive player of the game is the guy who I think is going to be most responsible for shutting down Jordan Reed and will play a part in shutting down Adrian Peterson. And it's going to be that Camus Gruyere-Hill, who we talked about him last year. He starts the season just playing special teams, and he eventually finds his way onto the field on defense, and every week he plays more and more and more, and he plays better and better and better.
He's a good athlete.
So I think Camus my defensive player of the game. My offensive player of the game, it's a no-brainer for me, and Zach Ertz.
Yeah, not a hard one at that point.
No.
Every week you know what you're getting out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, he's turned himself into the best tight end in football. and it's not even up for debate, really.
No,
I mean,
not at
Gronk,
all.
there's other guys around in the neighborhood, but the numbers speak, and the eye test speaks to it.
Well, Gronk can't get on the field anymore.
I don't know. I love how you guys are. I love how so far there's been a lot of belief in this defense to hold up. To me, I'm still worried. I don't know.
I'm worried.
I saw a New York football team not give the ball to their best player on Sunday.
Both their best players.
Both their best players, which sort of like bailed us out. Like when they stopped running with Barkley, I was like, okay, keep stopping. Okay.
Yeah, someone
He
said
got
that.
4 touches in the whole second half.
Yeah,
right?
like how?
The best thing that happened to the Eagles was Pat Shurmur.
Yeah.
Like
It's like you owe Doug a favor.
Odell only got 5 balls. With that secondary, he got 5 catches.
No, I don't know if they played better. I don't know.
And I'm going to give credit.
I'll give credit.
At least like with that hold, with the last play where they, the hold that they missed, right?
Yeah.
Hey, it works.
When they showed it from another angle, he
that
held
goes
him.
that
Yeah.
goes there. But at least that guy was in the position and gave the whole. Yo, I'm either going to get called for the hold or I'm going to make a play here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Simple.
But at least the guy was competing.
Yeah.
No,
You
they
know what
did
I mean?
compete, and
They
sometimes you get
competed
that
real
when you
well.
get guys. We talked about it on Sunday morning. It was like, hey, you want to make a roster next year? You know what you got to go do? Go ball out, show everybody you're here. I still think that they can score some points, but I don't know. I'm thinking I need this offense to get over 30 points. And not for anything more. I need a fast start, which has been our issue all year.
Yeah.
1.9 points in the first quarter, or average. 1.9. There's soccer teams that are putting 2 up in the first half. There's soccer teams, and nobody fucking scores in soccer. And we're averaging, with this kind of offense and these kind of playmakers, 1.9 points in the first quarter. I need a fast start.
Hashtag
Yeah,
fire
we're in
Groh.
last place, right? For scoring in the first quarter.
Yeah,
Fire
dead
Groh.
legs. Look at Paulie just walked right into that one, huh?
Yeah, he did.
Jesus, every night we crush these dudes. But they're both great guys. But yeah, I don't know.
Shout out one time, Paulie. Come on,
Yeah,
brother.
just one time. I mean, all you gotta do is just put a sticker on the back of your computer. A2D.
We'll send it to
This
you.
isn't hard. This is 1
Well,
plus 1
well, I told you my
equals plug.
I told you my theory on those two.
My neighbor's good friends with Tyrone. My neighbor, John across the street, is good friends with him.
Well,
I think they went to school together.
One has talent, the other works for Missinelli.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I still know more basketball than both. But, I mean, both great guys.
Yeah.
I just keep it real in here. I mean, it's a worldwide leader, real talk. Great guys. We just outdo them in basketball right now. We're going to do that in the second half, too.
Although
we're gonna be like Ben and Magic. We're going to be like Magic in her prime, dishing basketball knowledge out.
You got to give it up to Paulie
Without the
tonight.
eights, obviously.
Give it up to Paulie tonight for the Allen Iverson Georgetown jersey.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Under the flannel.
I'm looking.
dude.
I'm like, that's the whole.
No, I love Paul. I love Paul. Both these guys are great guys, though. It's a great show. It should be on right after. They shouldn't even go to D or Jimmy Lynam. They shouldn't even go to them guys. Just go right to these guys. I'm here to help NBC out. Been helping them out for a year now. Wouldn't be surprised if Paul took all our secrets and took them to NBA. You know what I mean? Because all of a sudden we're doing shows where we're answering questions on Facebook. That's interesting. And then you're sitting in the chair. How does this work? They do one. Now my 1 plus 1's real easy too, baby.
Wait,
real easy goddamn fucking two.
Did you notice, though, as soon as Paulie went there, they stopped using our catch line.
Cease and desist.
You took care of that, huh?
Yeah.
I wrote it in crayon. I just wrote it really hard. Son of a bitch. Huh. Exclamation mark. Yeah.
No, I love it, but it is funny though. Like, they're doing an interactive show. Interesting.
And it works.
For the fan, by the fan.
Interesting.
Where'd you hear that before?
We've been saying that for 3 freaking years now. But I mean, whatever. What are you gonna do?
So this guy was on you guys' show, and then he.
He was on Tuesday nights
show.
on one of our shows, Birds
Right.
of a Feather. He was with them for a while. He was writing for NBC for a while.
Okay.
And then he got more of a role there because they got smart.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? He got more of a role there, and now he's let up to write, and then now he's on the show.
And he's taking some of the things from you.
Oh,
and
we're
stuff.
not confirming or denying.
You don't have to. Just let me know if you need me to take him out.
Not yet.
Okay.
Let's,
okay.
He's still good people.
Still great people.
He's still good people.
I mean, we'll see. Let's see if the plug happens first.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Before we
Okay.
get too deep.
Watch yourself, buddy. I'm just waiting on the text. I'm just waiting on the text.
I don't want to put anybody with the fishes yet.
Don't
but
get comfortable. I'm just waiting on the text.
Look, they're laughing too. I feel like they know what we're saying.
They're watching us on the computer.
I would hope they're laughing
They're-
because we're having a ton of fun with
We're
it.
watching you, watching us, watching you.
Thank you for thanking me, for thanking you, for thanking me.
I'm going to go 34. 34-27. I just don't we got to score. Divisional game, I just don't see it. They can score a little bit too. Yeah. They can move the ball, and we got to create turnovers. We talked about it's what the difference of last week was. We created a big turnover in a big spot for a football team that only had 6 going in this Sunday.
That was the swing of game, and
is that a prediction or a wish?
What, turnovers?
34 points.
No, that's a prediction.
That was a prediction.
Listen, I got to keep believing with all the talent offensively that they can put it together and score points. Because I can go off as a play call and Madden right now. We're scoring 40 on heart, okay? I'm not calling, you know what I mean? I'm not playing the game and letting the computer do it. I'm just picking the plays. I'll go score 40 with the weapons we have offensively. There's zero reason for the slow starts now, this deep into the season. Now you're 4 weeks with Golden Tate. Okay, you should be able to know how to work all these guys into your offense by now. And this isn't a shot at Doug. This is a shot at the guy who went from receivers coach and got a big-time upgrade to go to offensive coordinator. Okay? So if Frank Wright's such a genius, then Groh's got to be an idiot. Make sense? Because you can't have it both ways. You can't be like, oh, Frank Wright's the smartest guy in the room, but it's Doug Peterson's fault now. Make sense? No, then you're going to go right to the other offensive coordinator.
Who leads the NFL in third down conversions this year?
The Colts.
Damn right.
Okay. Now, Andrew Luck helps you, and a healthy Andrew Luck, and Carson's.
Yeah, but Andrew Luck is throwing to like me and you.
No, he's got.
Maybe Greg at tight end.
No, Eric Ebron's the problem. I think we can agree on that. He figured it out, and the help of Frank Wright. I think Frank's a smart guy.
I think Frank Reich is the tight end whisperer.
But I just don't think that he's the main reason for our success offensively. I think Mike Groh's a flat-out moron. So I think the issue isn't playmakers, obviously. It's not talent on the offensive side of the football, okay? It's the ability that we consistently, and it's a trend, we get off the slow starts. Well, what's the difference from last year to this year? The difference last year, we got off the fast starts. We allowed our defense to pin ears back and go get you, and now we can't. So I need that change. I need to start Monday night. If you want to be a playoff team, you can't average 1.9 points in the first quarter because that's an early exit.
They're going to kill you.
Real quick.
Team's going to kill you.
Real quick, because then you're down 17-7 to the Saints like this in a blink of an eye.
Yep.
Like the food just got here, it's been $100, and the game's over.
Well,
I was unhappy about that.
I love the enthusiasm, but they've scored 32 in the last 2 games. Now I will sit here and I will look at you and I will tell you that last week I picked them to win 38-34. They didn't sniff 38.
Oh, I'm not expecting. Listen, they scored. What did they score, 25 last week?
Yeah.
So I need them. It's more of a need. I need you to put it together. I need you to be the offense that we all know you can be and light somebody's lamp early. I know Washington's got a great day, but let's light lamps early. Let's get all to a good lead. How about a 10-0er? That'd feel good. You go to the end of the first, 10-0. That'd feel delicious.
I don't care if you got 3 field goals in the first quarter.
Just something.
Yeah.
Just something. We go 20-20 well.
You're only going to score touchdowns later on, so you figure even if you got 3 field goals, maybe 1 in the second, then you score 2 touchdowns later on, you still put some numbers up. Had your defense stop them?
I mean, if you look at, like, big picture, though, right, they have 5 games left, bookended by the Redskins. So this week and the last game of the season, out of the 5, 3 of them are at home. I'm sorry. No, 2 of them are at home. So out of the 5, 2 are at home. 3 are in the division. 4 are in the conference. So, I mean, you basically have a 5-game season now. And if you want to get into the playoffs, you got to go 4-1.
Yep, easily.
Which can be done.
It can be. Easily. It absolutely can be.
It does. And when you feel more confident, this team got off to a fast start and offensively really put it all together. I mean, I think we could all sit here and say, if this offense can put it together, we can offensively play with any team in football.
Yeah.
Or we should expect to. Yeah. You know, and I think that's the biggest disappointment this year is we've not lived up to that end. You know, we've been terrible in the red zone as a team. We haven't been good enough on third downs as a football team.
Oh, horrible.
We haven't been able to run the ball up until last week as a football team.
I think that all ties into what you just said, your last point. We haven't been able to run the ball. So when you're bad on third down, it's because you're usually third and long because you can't run the ball. Mm-hmm. And when you're bad in the red zone, it's because they know you're going to pass because you can't run the ball. You know what I mean? And not that you usually run in the red zone, but but the play action works in the red zone. There is no play action.
Well, we ran a lot in the red
They
zone last
challenge
year.
you to run,
but we
and they
did.
know you
But we
can't,
did
yeah.
run. Yes.
We ran a lot in the red zone, and Trey Burton was a big part of our red zone offense last year. That obviously had to go sign a big contract. We get that.
Yeah.
But that's a big loss. I mean, Dallas brings something different. Trey's a matchup nightmare because of his speed and his athletic ability. Like, he can go up and get a football. We've seen that. He does a lot of things. He can block well enough to play out there. He's a part that's missing. And I think as the season goes on, hopefully the chemistry gets better and better, and we can put together a full four quarters as an offense, and not only that, as a defense. But I think it all starts offensively with this football team, and that's the reason for our success last year. And the defense can't have. We need 2 turnovers this football game. We need an interception. We need a fumble. We've been talking about it weekly. Haven't seen a strip sack since the Super Bowl. Love for somebody to get a handle on a football back there. Love for you to just get a little fingertip,
Little tip.
pinky.
Just a tip.
Just put your pinky out for a minute.
Hey, Malcolm had an interception on Sunday. I about fell out of my seat.
Oh, yeah. I was like, why are they throwing that ball there, too? Like, thanks. I feel like Giants just give us games.
Yeah.
The Giants give us games. But, yeah, fam, we're going to hop off of Facebook. We're going to head over to YouTube for the second half. So everybody over on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, head over to YouTube. Come join us for the second half of the show. We gave our predictions. We talked Eagles, Redskins. We'll continue to answer questions, obviously. Mike Groh, Jim Scwartz. We got into it a little bit. We'll continue that conversation. We'll wrap up with some Sixers talk then the show. Tom,
Mike,
AM,
in the PM.
A2D Radio. I'd like to thank our Wednesday night sponsor, Gibson Mayer LLC. Our certified public accountant, make him yours, GibsonMayer.com, as well as our doc. We love the doc, calling in every Sunday, Dr. Paul Vidal. You can find him, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton, New Jersey. Tom Arnone, Michael Mataraki, Greg Milakovic, Matrex Wright in the house, M. Wright Productions, Robbie Poe, the Cowboys fan on the ones and twos. That's like the people let you know. You know what I mean? You're a celebrated Cowboys fan. Nothing wrong with it. Been for a long time. Maybe there's a lot wrong with it, but we'll talk. We'll talk. We'll see you on the other side, fam. Head over to YouTube. Head over to the website. Late.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, is brought to you by Gibson Mayer, LLC, Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Mike from Tom and Mike AM in the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer, LLC, Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's www.gibsonmayer.com.
You're listening to Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, here on A2DRadio.com.
You're listening to Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, on A2DRadio.com.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Tom Arnone, Big Mikey Smalls, Tom, Mike, AM, in the PM, only on A2DRadio.com. Tom,
Mike,
AM,
in the PM.
A2D Radio, live from the Real Talk Studios every Wednesday. You already know this. We're brought to you by our certified public accountant,
Make them yours.
Gibson Mayer LLC. Find them on the web, gibsonmayer.com. Tom Arnone, Michael Mataraki, Greg Mwagvik, Matrex Wright in the house, M. Wright Productions. Robbie Pope on the ones and twos, making fun of himself in the YouTube chat, as we can see. Cowboys fan that can make fun of himself is a Cowboys fan that we can support.
Yeah.
Here. A lot to talk about. We opened up who needs to step up on Monday Night Football. You can still vote on that. Let us know. We talked, obviously, predictions, player of the game, offense and defense. We're going to shift to a little Jim Scwartz, Mike Groh. And if you had to pick one to go, because I don't believe both are going, honestly. I don't believe changeover in this league is good, or any league. Too much changeover. But if you had to pick one, or if you feel like they both got to go, then let us know they both got to go. But if you had to pick one, who's going? Who are you getting rid of if you're Howie Roseman, Joe Douglas, and in charge of personnel?
Oh, that's a no-brainer to me.
Me too.
That's hashtag Groh must go.
And I'm Mr. like anti-Jim Scwartz. I'm Mr. like I feel like his bravado's always been a little fake to me. Like even before like last year, right? When I think NJ.com was writing their fucking bullshit and spewing off about, he's there's an anonymous source that he walks around the NovaCare like he's the head coach. The fuck? And if that's real, you need to calm the fuck down, Jim, okay? And if it's not real, I mean, I do want you to be in charge of your defense, and I think Doug's allowed him that, right? I mean, Doug said, hey, Jim handles the defense.
Right.
So I'm not in a rush to have Jim go. I think he's been, obviously, as a coordinator, he's been hurt by injury. I mean, Rodney McLeod is the biggest one out of all of them. He's the most overlooked guy out of all the injuries this year. He's a guy last year you'd be like, is he playing? But he made it. He makes all open field tackles. He's a vet. You know when you go across the middle, even though you can't helmet to helmet, he's still around. Yeah. So I think Rodney was a big loss for his scheme defensively and everything. And obviously since Rodney has been injury after injury in this secondary, does that have an excuse when it's 4th and 16 in Tennessee and Corey Graham can't make a tackle? No, none of that's excusable, but that's on a player, right? I mean, he was put in the right spot to make the play, right? He was put in the right spot. He just didn't make the play. So, yes, I have some issues with Jim, but I still think he's a good coordinator in this league, and I don't know if I'm going to go out and find a better one. Makes sense? Yeah. But I know damn well that I can go find a better offensive coordinator. There's 20 in the fucking chat right now. There's about 1,000 listening to us earlier on Facebook. All right?
One sitting to your left.
There's one sitting to my left. There's one sitting to my right. Even though I disagree with everything this son of a bitch says over there, I'll hire his ass. I'll hire him.
I'll take the race.
You think the what?
I'll take the race.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Hey, but listen now.
I'll do it for the same money I'm doing it now.
But
I'm here.
Bigger
than me.
But the argument with Scwartz is what we talked about last week was if the offense could convert some third downs and stay on the field and allow the defense a little bit of time to actually like recover, look at some what do you call it? The video, the iPad thingamajiggers now.
Yeah, you are getting old, babe.
And actually, think about
the Surface Pro.
Surface, yeah. Thank you. That was what I was looking for.
I feel like I'm a semi-techish guy.
So, but,
it's on my LinkedIn.
If the defense, get off the field, get a sip of water, talk to your coach, look at the shit on the surface, figure out what the other team is doing, then get back on the field, maybe 4 or 5 minutes later instead of, a minute and a half, 2 minutes later. I mean,
Chip Kelly-ish.
I was just going to say there are times this year when I've almost felt that it was Chip Kelly-ish.
And listen, I have no problem. Like I say this all the time, I have no problem. You want to come out and throw the ball early on. I don't have an issue with that. I don't have an issue. But when it doesn't work, and you got to factor in your quarterback missed all of the all-season workouts and programs that gain chemistry. This isn't Madden, like we always talk about. That matters. So don't I want to simplify some things? And I want Carson to take over the reins of this whole offense. I get it, right? But sometimes less is more, right? Yeah. And I think Jim Scwartz noticed that on Sunday where, when Malcolm came out and him and Malcolm were talking, less became more, right? So they simplified things, went more man, 2 guys over top, more of like a cover 2-ish, right? And they just let guys man up and play football. And I think offensively, they can learn a little bit from that. And if Doug and Mike Groh's not smart, but if Doug's smart, he's going to adjust to that and be like, okay, let's just simplify things. Let's go back to the things that really worked for us. What are them things when I watch tape that are our staples? What are our staples to our offense? Well, let's run more. If we want to be a screen team, then let's run more screens. Whatever the case may be, but put a stamp on what you do best and let's do it more. Instead of trying to open up this huge, gigantic playbook of 700 pages. Granted, your quarterback knows all 700 of them because he's in there at 4 a.m. But we got moving pieces in here. We got new players in Golden and you got a rookie in Dallas and You know what I mean?
Running back roulette.
Yeah, Alshon missed all season too. So the list goes on. So to me, when you were ranked 32 in all of offense, when you were the offensive coordinator for the Rams. Now, granted, Jeff Fisher was there. It was Goss rookie year. You're still ranked 30 fucking second. Listen, if A2D was ranked last in everything, say on social, like the worst sports show, we're not in business anymore. That's how life works. You don't get a fucking now you might get a receiver job coach again, like he did. You don't go up again. You don't go, oh, well, maybe it'll work this time. Daddy was a fucking idiot, and so are you.
Can I read you something?
Trees are trees. That's why we love Dougie, because he said, oh, he's an Andy tree. We still love Andy. You know, I know you're shaking your head, Greg. I see it. Okay? But
I want to read you something.
Some of us love
Dougie. So this guy was a 2-year starter at quarterback at Virginia. Okay?
Grower.
2 years. That's it.
That's all they usually are.
As a player, he spent 96 as the Ravens' third-string quarterback, played 97 with the Rhine Fire of NFL Europe.
Yes, let's go.
Branched out.
Okay.
I miss NFL Europe.
But this is where this guy becomes a problem, because just listen to this, okay? So, 2000, he's a coaching assistant with the Jets under his dad. All right? So he's at Virginia.
He had a chance up until his dad.
He's at Virginia from 2001 to 2008. And at Virginia, it's 2 seasons as a wide receivers coach, a season as the quarterback's coach and wide receivers. I don't know how that happened. 2 seasons as the quarterback's coach, 2 seasons as the offensive coordinator. Then he goes to Alabama as a graduate assistant. So he went from being the offensive coordinator at Virginia all the way down to being a grad assistant at Alabama. I think the guy who's at Alabama knows a little something about coaches. If he doesn't see enough of you or enough in you that you're going to be nothing more than a grad assistant at Bama, come on. So he's a year at Bama as a grad assistant. He goes to Louisville for a year. He's the quarterback's coach. He comes back to Bama for 2 years as a wide receivers coach. So now he gets bumped up. Goes to the Bears for 3 years as a wide receivers coach.
There's why that's we're good.
Right.
What years were they?
2013 through 15.
So it was Alshon years? Okay.
And then he's
little Brandon Marshall-ish.
Yeah, Rams 2016 passing game coordinator and wide receivers coach. And we know how good they were then, or not.
Nicky One Glove.
And, yeah, so last year, wide receivers coach here, and then offensive coordinator. So this guy in, 18 years has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 jobs. 12 jobs across 5 stops in 18 years.
That's all you need to know. Guy's been moving around too much, right? I mean, it's a guy who, you're going to stick somewhere if you're really good at what you do. Somebody's not going to let you out the door, right? Now, I feel like he was promoted just because of the losses we had, and you just wanted to stay inside the organization this year because it's easier, right? I mean, it just makes sense. It's easier because you let the Filippo go because Frank was staying. And then when all that happened with McDaniels and Frank had to go, they went to Indy, then everything gets fucked up. So now Mike Groh goes from just being a wide receivers coach to your offensive coordinator, and you rank from 22 on down and like a lot of major goddamn categories. There's one finger to point at.
Still should have gave the job to Deuce.
I agree
that guy is a goddamn problem.
He is, Rob. He is. And I'm not players got to play, right? I mean, we know that. But you got to put players in spots to make plays. And his comments about Golden and just some of the things he's saying, not that I don't understand what you're trying to say, but some things you don't say.
You don't say that in a press conference.
No, you don't.
You just don't.
You don't say to this, not to this fan base. Not to this.
You can say that in L.A. because no one's listening.
To the infant media out there that we have in our city, you can say that in front of them because they're going to pressure on stupid shit. They don't pressure on real shit.
Yeah.
So you can get away with it, but to the fan base, you're not getting away with it.
That's like saying I have 6 race cars in my driveway, but I don't know how to drive.
Yeah, well, figure it out. Like, get one, go start looping around somewhere. Do a donut or two somewhere. I don't, and I think he tried to get the ball in Tate's hands more this week, but was that just out of,
It was one of those things you knew that was coming.
Yeah, it's I said
that was
Go. I got nothing.
No, I was just saying you knew that was coming. In regards to the question, it's Groh, and I'm going to go a step further and take Deuce with him. Because obviously Deuce couldn't win the job in the interview process. You know what I mean? I don't think Deuce is that great. It's like you watched, again, with his running back rotation, Adams has a great series, and then the next time it's Clement in there, and we go 3 and out. What are we doing? If you're going to ride Adams, ride Adams. It's like every time a couple years ago you would look up and, why is Kenyon Barner on the field in 3rd and 5? Why is Kenyon Barner on the field in an offensive situation? It just, so I'm taking them both.
Well, maybe we knew a little something about him before Belichick did. Who knows? Why does he get playing time in New England?
He didn't, though. Cordero Patterson took it from him.
Yeah.
Matrix, you just shaking your head like you're baffled here.
Yeah, I am. I really am. I wouldn't know which one. I'd just throw everybody in the trash. Just back the whole trash truck up to the stadium.
Just have Doug hire an entire new coaching staff.
Yeah.
Start rolling guys out one at a time. I mean, listen, if this continues, they don't make the playoffs. I mean, there's definitely change going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Change.
Coordinators usually go first.
Well, but here's a question for you guys though. If they don't make the playoffs, how much of it does Howie let slide as the Super Bowl hangover versus how much of it is, Howie walking into Doug's office saying you need to make some changes?
I hope none of it. If we're in a, you know what I mean?
Right, but I'm talking about be realistic here.
No, I get you. But, and this is part of where I was, I don't want to win another game. You know what I mean? Not that I'm rooting for them to lose, but,
right.
We're in a different spot here with this team.
Right.
Than, they say the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns got to go 7-9 to show growth.
Right.
Us going 7-9 versus 5-12 does nothing. Does nothing for us other than hurt our draft stock. If we got a top 5 pick in every round, and now we're coming back with this team and a top 5 pick in, at least in the draft, the first round, and then every round, we're reloaded, ready to go.
So what you're saying, if I understand you properly, is if we're gonna write off this season to a Super Bowl hangover, you just want them to shit the bed the rest of the year.
Just go vodka and just
vodka and
tequila. Let's just go.
We should actually make that drink and we'll call it the Todd Womack.
Oh God.
But
or we'll call it the moronic comment one way or the other.
Regardless. But seriously though, regardless of where we finish, I hope this year doesn't fall on it's just a hangover. We'll bounce back, because there's some glaring issues that happened this year from every side.
Agreed.
From Howie on down.
Yeah.
Again, you go back to the running back position. You're banking on Jay Ajayi with no cartilage in the knee staying healthy for 16 games. Mm-hmm. You're banking on a 36-year-old running back coming back from an injury already, being healthy for 36 games or 16 games.
Right.
None of which was going to happen, and you didn't really address it outside of that. Now, again, injuries you don't know. You didn't think he was going to be out for the whole year. You didn't think Sproles was going to be out for the whole year. You figured a couple games here and there, but now look where we're at.
Right.
So I just hope it doesn't. If that's to your question, it just doesn't go on deaf ears and let's just regroup. Let's rework things, and then we'll see where we're at. No, I want some heads to fall. Not necessarily the top one, because we know it's not going to happen, right, regardless of my hatred for or my dislike. You know what I mean? But, it's not, because he's here. And it's just you just can't forget last year. You can't, regardless of what I want to make it out to be. You can't forget that.
No.
But
Groh's the obvious choice on the guy that's going to go, because it's it's all you're reading out there too. Stupid shit, stuff he's doing. It's just all over.
And you look at you look at the college ranks. A guy like Cliff Kingsbury just got fired from Texas Tech, and everything I've been reading so far since he's been fired on Saturday or Sunday,
I love spread guys.
His phone's been blown up by NFL guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Not by other colleges.
It's not a copycat league. It's a copycat league to the college game.
Because they want him as a coordinator.
Well, because everything the college game does ends up translating to the NFL. They're always a step ahead. You know, when guys were throwing 45, 50 times a game in college football is when guys were throwing 25 a game in the NFL, and then it slowly became more and more where guys are throwing 40 times a game in the NFL. You have more spread stuff, more one-back stuff, right? You know, more 4 or 5 wide shit. You see it more and more in the NFL. I mean, Chip tried to do it, you know, but got rid of all his personnel to be able to do it. But there was a point in time where his translated for a hot minute. Not for 2.
Let's play a little game.
Game show?
I kind of like games.
Yeah, we'll play a little game. We'll call this coaching staff baseball. Are they safe or out?
Let's go.
All right. Doug Peterson.
Safe.
Safe.
I would have came across the chair at Greg.
Out. Outright.
Mike Groh.
Out.
Jim Scwartz.
And
All right.
I'm going in.
All right.
I think he stays.
Special teams coordinator Dave Phipp.
Stays. I mean, you got to
Yeah,
remember, he lost his
stays.
special teams captain and hasn't had him all year either.
Yeah.
Which I'm really surprised that he didn't get back.
It's
and
real
that's
weird.
Maragos.
It's
right?
real weird because he
Really
got hurt
strange.
before Carson.
Yeah, way before.
Which kind of, going back to the doc, that injury's so weird.
I don't think Carson's 100% either.
No, he's definitely not.
He's
no
just
one,
he's just
no
a
one
dog.
claimed him to be.
No, he's just a dog.
I don't think he's 100% there or here.
Nope.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
I think here it affects here,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Assistant head coach and running backs coach Deuce Staley.
No, he stays.
He's safe, but I want
I have
him
a
out.
feeling Deuce will be here as long as he wants.
He probably will. Probably will. He can go.
He's been around
He'll
this
probably-
offense so
he'll be
long.
here as long.
Here's an interesting
He
one
can't
for
go,
you,
though.
though. Wide receivers coach Gunther Brewer.
I don't know. Yeah, Gunther, you're gone.
I'm saying out.
I mean, his
Go on.
name's got Brew in it. I'm going to keep him.
You are a goddamn problem.
Just for that, I'm saying out.
Thank you.
Like, I don't know. I
His
think
name's got Brew in it. I'm keeping him.
that's all you needed.
Brew in there.
That's
Gotta
all
go
you
in
need
it.
him.
You gotta go.
Linebackers coach Ken Flajole.
Out.
Out.
Never even heard that name before. I really
No.
haven't.
And we haven't heard many of the linebackers'
And,
names
and we
called
don't have
either.
any linebackers either.
Yeah. We haven't heard many names called at the linebacker position either,
That
so
Casey's out.
they're all gone.
Safeties coach Tim Houck. Stays.
Yeah, he
Stays.
stays.
My
Yeah.
cousin. Gotta stay.
The heat-seeking missile, Tim Hawk.
Tight ends coach Justin Peel.
I mean, I think he's doing something right.
Yeah.
I think he stays.
Pretty sure that guy
Got
stays.
the best tight end ever.
Harlem, buy a fucking clue. To say Wentz will never be 100% again is again, it's these agenda-based fucking make no sense comments. What are you talking about? He's never going to be healthy again. Like, who are you? You're a doctor now, Harlem? You're doing doctor on the side in Dallas? You know, you're playing doctor? I don't know. But to say he's never going to be 100%.
He stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last
He'll be
night.
100%. He'll be 100% by training camp.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
OTAs will be 100%.
He's probably drinking.
It's got to
All
be.
right,
training.
I'm going to run down just a couple more here because there's some names here that everybody's going to recognize that may or may not. Offensive line coach, run game coordinator Jeff Stoutland.
He stays.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get a lot of credit for doing a great job a year ago and then be a scapegoat this year, in my opinion.
I'm looking. I'm kind of like, I'm not sure.
He's been around for a while.
I just look back at, to your point, when you have running backs last year, you were able to run the ball effectively.
Gotcha.
Just like the secondary was decimated with injuries. Again, it's part of why I was so on Howie to address it in the draft or free agency or especially at the trade deadline. And so I'm not going to kill him over, and then you're dealing with Peters coming back,
I actually think Peters coming back hurt them.
You got the Aussie. Oh, boy.
Hey,
I think he comes back, though. He's a very good, for the most part, his offensive
Technician,
lines.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at Alabama's offensive lines when he was there. They were
Right.
just road graders.
okay. Defensive backs coach Corey Undlin.
I think he stays just because you've been decimated
With
by
the
injuries.
injuries.
Yeah, exactly.
And if he's Jim's guy and Jim stays, he's probably going to stay.
Yeah.
Defensive line coach Philip Daniels.
I think he stays.
Same thing, stays.
I think a lot of these guys stay. I think the big glaring head that goes will just be Groh. There might be other guys under Groh or around that little tree circle little thingy,
That
but
Groh.
yeah, but I mean, I think if you're keeping like Greg said, you're keeping Schwartz, then them guys stay, right? Now you get rid of Groh, I think Stoutland stays and guys like
Yeah.
that. But I think that there's some, like, maybe the wide receiver coach goes.
Here's an interesting
running
one
backs
for
coach
you.
goes.
Last one.
Besides Deuce.
Quarterbacks coach Press Taylor.
I think that's got to be up to Carson.
I was just going to say the same thing. If Carson wants to work with somebody else, he goes.
Yeah, like if that's his guy, then that's my guy too. You know, I got to look at it like that. Like whoever you have the best relationship with and can get the most out of you, and you can communicate the best with, that's the guy.
I got a question. We got Carson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got Foles. We got a third. I don't know who's the third.
It's Greg's boy.
It's
Nate Studfeld.
Okay.
It's Sudfeld.
Sudfeld.
Don't add this stud.
I just think he's a stud. He's better than Carson. He's better than Carson.
Nasty Nate. He's not better than Carson.
No, he's better than
Josh, I need the damn ball Adams on YouTube. I'm sorry to say this, but the podcast makes them other podcasts on ATV look so bad because you guys are so good. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate
Josh.
it.
Thank you,
I don't
sir.
think anybody else that does shows at A2D loves that, but we do. Thanks, brother. And he says, please, Eagles, don't wake up with that hangover next year. Yeah, I think that's going to be out of the system, though, brother. And Harlem's now blowing Dak. So
Harlem's been blowing Dak for. I mean, here's the
dude,
thing.
I don't think Zach's like Eli. It's 11 months right now after the surgery. If you think it's going to be 100% now, you don't know the injury, you don't have a clue, and to think he's not going to be 100% by next year, again, is a biased, agenda-filled comment because you're hoping. It's not like he thinks that. He's hoping. Harlem, and I get it because we got a stud pup in our fucking backyard and a franchise guy, and you got, I don't know still. That's what you have. You have a so unknown still down in Dallas that you so badly want Carson to not be good, right?
Well, you know
or whatever it may be.
You know, sadly,
Just
what's happening in Dallas is this run has not only kept Jason Garrett around, but it's kept Dak around for at least another contract.
Dude, I can throw one-on-one like when you can rush the ball like they can. When they do it the right way and they run their offense the right way, and he gets one-on-ones with Amari Cooper.
3 weeks.
And let's not crown it. Amari made guys miss and took shit to the house.
Yeah.
It's not like Dak threw it 60 yards down the field on a dime.
Well,
ball.
it's funny because I was just going to say that it's like, 3 weeks ago, half the Cowboys fan base was on like suicide watch, and now all of a sudden, they're back to America's team. But if anybody.
Somebody say something?
But if anybody thinks for a second that all those Amari Cooper yards, on Thanksgiving night were Dak dropping dimes on him from 40 yards. No, that's look. Amari Cooper on Thanksgiving night had some nice rack.
He did.
Okay?
Yeah. And listen, and Rob knows this. When the
He
Cowboys
had some nice rack.
When the Cowboys had the best offensive line in football, I sat here and talked about it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't run from it. Like when they were good and they ran their offense the right way and they ran it through Zeke, they're tough. And their defense has gotten better. They're a tough football team. And nobody's taking anything away from that. But don't wish injury or 100% on my fucking goddamn savior, okay? And then think I'm not coming hot. Let's go. Okay? It's all we got.
See, here's the difference.
Wentz is not a pocket passer. Harlem! Wake up! Wake up! You're drinking whatever fucking Todd's drinking now.
Carson is like having
Not a pocket passer. What are you talking about?
You're watching your TV backwards.
That's why you thought Carson was a lefty.
You got it flipped. He's just watching it back up.
Look, Carson's like having a Ferrari in the driveway with a tire.
A lot of
that
car references. You thinking you gonna upgrade? He's
He's walking through dealerships.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
like, hey!
I'll take the Porsche.
where everybody knows your name.
But seriously though, Carson is like having a Ferrari in the driveway with a tire having to be a little bit of a flat, and Dak's like driving a Ford Festiva.
Yeah, you know the Festiva. Little baby cars.
Little party.
Hoping it starts in the cold.
No, I mean, Festiva, reliable, dependable, not a high-performance vehicle.
Yeah, there's no power windows or anything. You're here, so
Gotta crank 'em.
you know you're going in with that.
Old lady coming to the market looking, she's masturbating. I'm trying to roll up the window. Miss, stop that. Really strong over there.
Masturbating. Oh. And yeah, Chris says Dak is nothing without Yak, and he's right. He's better when he's moving. He's no Breeze or Goff. Dude, did you watch last year? You all have such short fucking memories. He was going to be the MVP of the league. Stop saying he can't throw from the pocket. You don't become on that watch list, right? 10 weeks into a season, if you can't sling it in the pocket and flat out spin the football, you don't get to that level. If you can't throw from the pocket, genius. The reason Dak had that one good year is because you ran for 140 yards a goddamn game. There was tons of play action, which equaled one-on-one. The same thing that happened on Thanksgiving. Amari one-on-one, you throw a 10-yard pass, and he house talks. So stop. Again, you're misguided. Be a fan. Support your dogs down there, and that's fine. But don't say outlandish shit when it comes to our players. Like, you want to criticize, say we're not good enough this year. We're going to tell you, yeah, we aren't. We aren't. We're not going to sit here and drink the fucking Kool-Aid, but we're also not going to let you spew, even though we love you. We're not going to let you spew nonsense to our family out there. Because then they start drinking your nonsense, and then we got all these issues all over social media. Then we got guys saying Carson's not a pocket guy, right? Harlem said he's not a pocket guy. He's never going to be 100%, you know, and guys are basing their assessments off of Harlem Cowboy.
They start drinking the Kool-Aid. It runs right through them, and then we have to clean it up.
And then we got to clean it up.
Is Harlem Cowboy related to the naked cowboy in Times Square?
Oh, shit.
I don't know. The more we know. Let's hope.
I don't know.
I'd love to find out.
They're cousins.
And I love you, Harlem.
First cousins.
Ryan Fearer.
Yeah.
Fearer. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
We're back. There is no way that Howie can upgrade his secondary. Get rid of every corner except for Jones, Mills, and Douglas.
It's kind of all he's got anyway.
No, but you're getting.
What about Darby?
You're getting Ronald. No, you're getting McLeod back. To me, Darby's gone. Unless you want to come in for a 1-year deal to prove it. The same with Jay, right? Mm-hmm. Both of them guys, I'm saying, okay, I'll give you 1 year prove-it deals.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Okay, with team options for year 2, right? So because nobody's going to really sign 1-year deals. Okay. So you give a team option or something incentive-based for year 2, or you put it in a 2-year deal where it's an easy cut year 2.
I was going to say
okay?
two-year deal, but the entire bonus is in year 1.
It is in year 1, so you can do that with them guys and get them on the cheaper.
Right.
McLeod's back under contract, so you get him back. Obviously, Malcolm's back. So, you know, Mills, Sid, and Rasul are back.
They're already under contract.
And Maddox. So, I mean, you can go make a move for somebody, like I have no problem with. Like, if you don't think Darby's going to be ready for that, then, yeah, you go make a move, or in the first round, that's what you use your pick on. If you don't believe Sidney can go play the outside. Right. But from the Sidney Jones that I expected to get, and we all expected to get, he should be able to play on the fucking outside.
Hold up. You used our first-round pick 20 minutes ago on a running back.
I was going to let him go.
I'm saying this is the issue you have.
I want the running back.
I do too. Yeah. So to the point, Sid's got to be able to play the outside. He has to. I mean, this guy was going to be a top 10 pick before the injury.
I think he can. They just haven't run him out there.
Well,
yet.
next year is that make it or break it year for Sidney Jones.
He's got to go out and play.
Oh,
go play with the
right.
other kids. Go. Go push somebody down the mud. Go get them. Yeah.
All your friends are playing.
Go trip somebody. Go get them fucking monkey bar.
Don't come back here until you get dirty.
Harm says, I live in New York City. I did see him. And Todd Womack says, Harlem is getting ready to cuddle with Skip Bayless. TTB says, how you all talking to Harlem?
Well, hold up. TTP, I know all of our Eagles fans in the tube chat. We're going double barrel on Harlem, but, you know.
When the Sixers dog comes biting, you know Harlem's off the wall right now.
Up the wrong tree.
And speaking of TTP, that ties into the last 9 minutes here. 8 is a little Sixers talk. A good win tonight. Obviously, a team you should beat, but you know when we lost to the Cavs, you know that's a terrible loss, right? Well, to me, you make up for that and you show growth. Not only going to win the Brooklyn game, because that's the Sunday night games, like Wilson say in Brooklyn, are always bad for us. Yeah. I don't know why, but this proves to me growth of my puppies.
Oh, I know.
Right here. This, to me, proves my growth of my babies. Because you come out and you roll a team you should roll. Flat out roll. Like, they look like you're playing a G League team tonight. Because you guys look that good. Right? And that shows me the growth. So all the Brett Brown haters who want to crush Brett and all this, where's the credit tonight? He got his guys ready to play, didn't he? Yeah. So you can't have it both ways with this fan base. You know, he stinks against the Cavs. He's not good enough. We need a new coach. Did you see the energy from the players? Again, players got to play. Players got to want to smack the ground a little bit, be here, palms up, and D somebody up. That's up to a player. I can't I can get on you and we have the best pregame speech in the history of pregame speeches. But if you don't walk out there with some dog and you're ready to go, what can I do? I can only call so many timeouts.
Did you just say that Wilson doesn't understand why Sunday night games in Brooklyn are a problem?
No, I said he always talks about the Sunday night game.
Well, no, he's right. They are.
They're always like we were talking about on Sunday, like, oh, it's gonna be a rough Sunday.
Well, yeah.
The Eagles lose, and we go lose to the fucking Nets again.
Yeah, you ever spend a Saturday night in New York City?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Sundays are a problem.
Spend some Saturday nights in some places.
Sundays are a big problem. Sometimes it stretches into Monday.
I mean, it's the NBA life. I get it, man. These guys get fucking coin.
And they're part
These dudes get paid and they spend it and they enjoy it, and so be it. Because
they should.
Dudes who flat out stink got like $10 million deals for 1 year.
And they stay in Manhattan and they get on a bus to go over to Brooklyn. So yeah.
Makes sense. The little matineer or the 6 o'clocker.
Yeah.
You're still recovering.
You know Saturday night's a party.
I would expect it. We got a young basketball team.
Yep.
I would expect it, but I know they're workers too, which is why I love them. And
I want to go party with them.
Me too.
Let's go.
Especially Kendall. I mean, we can get around Kendall. We can
some other
maybe Caitlin is giving freebies.
Caitlin.
Yeah, I'm out.
I was looking right at you. I was
lost
trying
me
to
there.
get you. I was trying to get you a little love.
You lost me.
I mean, I wasn't sure if we could get you with Chloe or Kendall, but I know I can get you set up with Caitlin.
No.
Hold on.
I don't want a handshake. I don't
even want to be the same room.
I don't want to go too far and assume and expect too much when we go out partying.
Here's my problem with this whole scenario: is any of you guys that want to have anything to do with anyone who is the offspring of anyone whose last name was once Kardashian, I'm out.
Oh, I'm in.
I'm out.
I'm not saying no.
I would father a couple.
I'm not saying
for the
no.
fame. Like
I'm
we were
going
talking
in for the fame.
I might hang with Kim.
I'm a comedian. I'm going in to get famous, baby.
Absolutely.
I'm doing the reverse.
I might hang.
I'm like, I'm
with
changing.
Matrix?
No.
Oh, I thought you were tag teaming.
Matrix.
You were coming with the high five.
Matrix.
No.
Watch ass. Watch ass.
I didn't mean him on you. I meant you guys are a little. It's.
Move over, you son of a.
I will hang with Kim for the night. But any of them little Jenner sisters whose mom's name was Kardashian at one point,
love them all.
I'm out.
Love them all.
I'm having a
I
threesome
can't
with a
stand
couple
them,
of
but yeah.
Yep, me too. Just for the Instagram fame, because I'm like, we're in the stories. You know what I mean? I'm just over top of the shoulder, like.
It's the Matrix.
Like, I'm just acting like A2D up.
I'm gonna come into the front of the hotel room with their bathrobe on. I said, "Oh, little and shit, the guy got a skirt." Yeah, so I banged 2 of them. Yeah, it was great. Yes, I mean personally, I think I performed well. If you want to interview the ladies, I can have them come out and see what they think. We're gonna go shopping later on. They're spending, not me. I'm shopping. Yeah, I play the part. Oh yeah. I'm going straight to the top of the charts, baby.
I just want to hear the words. You're so much better at that than Ray J. That's all I want to hear.
When I get done, she's going to forget Kanye West. What? Come here. You ain't
Matrix
know.
East.
Yeah. They're going to rename the kids. He going to be in the house. Why is my son named Neo? Because I've been there, baby. I'm the chosen one. That's why. Little Matrix.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be mad.
Wait. How many more little Matrixes do you want running around there?
I mean, they got money to spare,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it don't matter. I'm popping them out.
You're like the NBA wife.
There
You know what I mean? Or the NBA girlfriend.
That's what I was doing. The
Yeah.
reverse.
I'm gonna be
I
showing
wanna
up.
be that.
I'm gonna be showing up at their house.
I'm
I'm pregnant.
Give me my money, bitch.
I'm going to be the best stay-at-home dad ever.
They're gonna close the door in my face.
My
I'm
dream
like,
job.
Oh.
That
in
and
my
this.
stomach.
That and this.
Yeah. Like we'll just be doing shows
Yeah.
and we'll be great stay-at-home dads.
Yeah. Like while
All
the
three
kids
of
are
us.
napping, we're doing a show.
Like daddy daycare. You know what I mean? Just all of us.
And you'll get loud, and Greg will be like,
The kids are sleeping. Kids, shh. Kendall's gonna get upset.
like, you're listening to Tom, Mike, AM in the P.
Kendall just got a new ass.
it's fabulous.
What is David Roska saying? What the guy's huffing shit. I love Kim Kardashian. She is hot. Is she a lesbian?
Doesn't matter. She's getting smashed anyway.
I mean, I don't think she is, brother. I don't know. I
You're
mean,
the LA whisperer.
yeah, like if she is,
You're
good
in
for
LA.
her. If she's double dipping, I mean, nobody's mad at her.
I'll tell you what, David. Why don't you?
I haven't seen a video of it,
Why don't you go down to Spago and hang out for a couple of days and you find this whole thing out for us?
When I get famous, I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
After we're up in it.
I'm definitely tapping. Kanye's one husband I think no one respects. It's like, other people just like, no, man, she's married. You're like, Kim? Oh, yeah. Move, Kanye.
Yeah.
So what's up with you tonight? You fucking?
You fucking.
Don't worry. He can go watch the kids. Are you fucking?
Go watch the
Yo, Kanye, I said, go get a drink or something. Seriously.
Put it on my tab.
Don't you got a plane to go? To go beyond with a freaking, you got a fucking sectional on your plane. I mean, you just saw that thing. It was unbelievable.
Give me the keys to your airplane.
We're going for a ride.
Yeah.
We're going to break it in.
Exactly.
Andy Ritter says, boys, great show. Funny as hell. Absolutely glorious show tonight. Much love. Have a great rest of the week. Later, brother.
Thanks, Andy.
brother.
Appreciate it.
Jackson Ritz every Monday, 12 o'clock on A2D. You can catch Andy rocking it out, talking wrestling. I have no fucking clue about wrestling, but they do. That's a great plug. Like, I have no clue, but they do.
May or may not be my illegitimate son.
Andy?
May or may not.
Oh, we're
Okay.
We do bring people closer together here.
Next show, we're doing DNA tests.
But how does he blow as a coach, Ryan? I like what? Tell me, because I want to know how Brett Brown blows as a coach. I need to know. I need to know factual details because people want to bring timeout plays out of timeouts. I've seen him run good plays out of timeouts. I've also seen teams not execute.
But he doesn't call his timeouts fast
yeah,
enough. We all know this.
Well,
Is this not news?
But the greatest coach in NBA history, how's that team doing this year? To my Brad Stevens is the greatest, smartest guy ever to pick up a basketball and write a play. How's that team doing? No, because I'm looking right at you. Right over there.
What are you talking about?
Brad Stevens. How's Brad Stevens doing with all that
When
talent?
did I ever crown Brett Stevens?
I feel like you were a Brad Stevens guy.
No.
You weren't the heavy Brad Stevens guy?
No.
You sure
Look
about
at
that?
me.
I think Brett Stevens is a good coach. I never crowned him
Okay,
as
it's
the
not you.
greatest thing of all
No,
time.
that's fine. And I retract. Reluctantly. But but I'm retracting.
I think, but to your point, though, I think they're dealing with right now of there's only one basketball, and you have too much talent.
I'm sorry. Gee, that problem sounds vaguely familiar. Like somebody sitting in this chair right now said that was going to happen 2 months ago. There's only one basketball to go around. No, you didn't. Too much talent.
But what a lot of people who've never coached, never played,
don't get that.
Don't understand is there's an ebb and flow to even calling timeouts.
Like, you're right.
When you have a young team and yeah, you should call a timeout. Sometimes you don't to let them work through it. You know what I mean? Like there's certain times that yes, you all absolutely call time, and then there's certain times where no, you guys go fix it.
Yep.
You got yourself in this, you go fix it. There's strategy to getting technicals, and you know what I mean? Like getting thrown out of games.
I love to.
You know what I mean? Like, but you're doing it for a strategy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're down.
Like, whether you get thrown out or not, you're great at storming and causing a scene, knowing that you have your guys back.
Yeah, and that's
You know
what
what I
I
mean?
think at any level that's all they look for.
That's it.
Yeah.
And Brett,
Ball.
Football. Is there times where
Don't
you
say
should
that.
call a timeout here and there?
It's been enough.
Sure, but I think there's an ebb and flow, and he's now got a new piece that he's got to work in. Having Jimmy here is different for him. He's only had Joe and Ben and JJ. You know what I mean? Now you added somebody else.
Yep, absolutely.
You had another veteran, too, who's been the fire.
I just love the fact that when I look at the Atlantic Division in the NBA right now, it is the Pretenders in Toronto, which we all know will crash and burn because they do every year, and then it's the Sixers.
I'm with you on Toronto, but I'm a little bit scarier because it's not DeRozan, it's Kawhi. And I'm going to give him a little bit more legitimacy because it's Kawhi.
Maybe a little more legitimacy.
And it's not Dwayne Casey.
Little more,
You know what I mean?
little
Like,
more legitimacy.
Kawhi's a problem.
That he is.
Kawhi is a problem.
See if Kawhi is still healthy come February and March.
Touche.
Or even wants to play.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I don't know. I think this team's coming out of the East.
Might be a new Netflix series on, and Kawhi just be like, no, I'm going to go check this out.
And just laugh.
Fuck the playoffs.
Just this weird laugh the whole time.
Bring me some popcorn. It's the playoffs. Yeah, I don't want it.
I don't want to get hurt. I got $7 million coming my way in a signing bonus next year.
Yeah, big time money.
Good Lord.
Todd Womack says still drinking and finish the show. Boom.
Bang.
Bang. Winning,
He's
Todd.
still alive.
Still rocking. Ralphie says stop Boston. Stop it. Boston will beat the Sixers. Unreal clueless guys, man. Ralphie, I told you to come on. You're on Wednesdays before. Sit around in the chair one time.
He's
And
scared.
get verbally fucking abused.
The puppy's
That's
scared.
what will happen to you. Verbally abused. And what did LeBron do something tonight? Would he call his own plays again? Because he had said something about LeBron.
And
I love Ralphie.
What, water's wet?
Boston might not even make it in the playoffs. They've just been, I don't know.
It's been weird.
Yeah, it's been weird.
Yeah.
I don't, you can't call it. They don't look like they're going to get, they're going to probably get put out.
Ralphie,
Sixers
what happened to your Lakers in
look like
Denver
they're winning.
last night?
See what happens when he starts posting Lakers stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are trying to hit the LA market, so he's doing. He should own the Lakers. A couple have been mine. Not gonna lie to you. A couple have been mine. The Shaq or Kobe, who was more important to that run?
Shaq.
It was Shaq. It's a no-brainer.
Shaq.
Most dominating player outside of Wilt Chamberlain in NBA history. Just flat-out dominance. The big Aristotle, the big cactus. I love when he went to Phoenix and called himself the Big Cactus. That's the greatest nickname of all time.
I would
I
venture.
loved all his nicknames.
Oh, all of them, but
Yeah,
like your downside
No,
of your
you're right,
career,
though, you're
and
right.
you still got a good one up your sleeve. It's like almost he knew he was going to Phoenix. Like Phoenix, the big cactus.
I wouldn't
Great
say
one. We'll sign Phoenix.
I wouldn't say it was Shaq or Kobe. It was Vanessa.
You know what?
Vanessa was the glue that held that shit together.
You know what?
What?
You're right.
Kobe's wife?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For that big rock that said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I
I'm sorry.
messed up."
I'm sorry for raping. Raping. Because let's be real, he didn't rape. Like Kobe Bryant doesn't have to rape.
Nah.
Like you walk in a room.
I
and
was
go,
mad when I seen her. She wasn't attractive. I was like, he did rape you. Bitch. I just give her a check. You're bored. Come on. You seen him and slid on that dick like it was a home run. I got you. What do you want me to do with this? You want me to just sit here? I just put it on my forehead like a dog with a biscuit on it. Come on. Stop it.
I love how Matrix waited until like after 11 p.m. and then all the really good shit came out.
Oh, that's fucking great.
We're going overtime.
It's so fucking true too.
Son of a
Like,
bitch.
Yeah,
like, come on. That's what another allegations that I really never believe with athletes. Oh, he raped me. Did he?
No.
You make $20,000 a year.
Like,
We sure about the rape? Just like to be real.
realistically, 90-something% of those women that, like you said, you're making $32,000 a year before you take taxes. He can offer you enough money that you would go, okay, let alone have to rape you.
Yeah.
What would be the point? Now, we know we got some men out there that's what they want. But when you're making that type of money and you're famous, there's a million girls that are gorgeous that will move you out the way and say, you crazy, me and my girlfriend going to his room.
Yep.
And then if you say no, he can literally go, I don't mean no disrespect, but just give me a number. And I'm going to write it on the check. You know it ain't going to bounce.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. There's no rape.
You're not talking about 2% of
I'll
women would say
I'll
yeah.
hand you
I'm
my
talking
per
about
diem for the
95
game check right now.
Yeah.
Right. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm a woman. You make $32,000 before taxes. You got 2 kids. That's a struggle. That's average American. We all struggling. He about to give you $150,000. You gonna say no? You gonna go home and suck your boyfriend's dick and he don't have a job.
Yep.
You better take that $150.
Uh-huh.
Shit. And go home and tell him where, baby, where was you at all night? You got a little mayonnaise on the side of your face. That ain't mayonnaise. That's a little Kobe right there.
We'll put that in a vial. Save that.
Kobe, yeah.
Save that. Shove that up in. Shove that up in.
Your boyfriend will ask why you didn't ask for more money.
Yeah. Hell's wrong with you?
That's like
Boyfriend's like, I'll take some Kobe.
yeah. Did he impregnate you? Hopefully he left it in because we're looking for a payout. $250,000 a month. Let's go.
Let's
We
go.
talked about it. We talked about
2
it.
weeks later, he be at the Sixers game front row. Yo, Kobe, you banged my wife last week. No. It's not no beef. No beef. If you want her again, here's my Just call me so we can set it up. I got her this
come
weekend.
over.
You got her next week. And if you're back on the East Coast, you play New York when? Tuesday? I'll have her there. That bitch will be there. Oh, she'll be there. Yeah. I'll get her pedicure and everything. Don't worry.
What design you want?
Because the toes can't be busted.
We'll wax. What kind of design you
Yep.
want?
Yep. You want a landing strip?
With
What
the
do you
heart?
like?
She's going to have Kobe on her feet, on her nails. Yeah, I got you.
What do you want? You want? I can't.
Get your name tattooed.
You want her logo? You want your logo?
You want the logo on the landing strip? The little Lakers logo? Feel like you're at home?
Or the Mamba?
Or the Mamba or the Black Mamba? You want the Black Mamba there?
The toenail.
She's getting the Black Mamba.
The toenails would be painted like purple and gold, and then it'd just be like the LA shaved into the. Yeah.
We went deep with that one, huh?
Yeah.
We really got off the rails.
Well, apparently so did he.
But
Matrex Wright joining us tonight. Matrex, tell everybody where they can find you and check out all your shit.
I'm currently wanted. I have warrants, so you can't find me. I'll find you. No. Yeah, child support. Don't worry about that. No, you guys can catch me on all social media. M Wright Production. M as in Michael or Matrex Wright. WRIGHT Productions. Just Google me, Facebook me, Instagram me. I need friends. Somebody come chill with me, talk to me. I get lonely. I'm sorry. I got on my personal. Yeah, you can find me on social media. Yeah. Reach out to me, guys. I'm on there.
That's where he's at. Listen, great show tonight. Thanks for joining us, family from everywhere. We love you, even you, Harlem. Todd, take some Advil, drink a bottle of water, maybe a fucking gallon. All right, and get yourself right for tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Todd.
Happy birthday, brother. TTP, love you, brother. He says, yo, does Matrex do stand-ups? Because if he doesn't, he needs to be. He was talking about it. He does shit on Facebook all the time, TTP. He's all over Instagram, Facebook. Like I said, you can find him. We share a lot of his shit on A2D as much as we can share. Supporting him.
Anything you want from Matrex at some point is coming.
It's
Definitely,
coming.
definitely.
And like you said, Google him, and you can find out more shit that he's got coming up. Like he's like
we got
little whispers of things.
Yeah,
So
a bunch of videos are up. Got some shows coming up, and a couple films coming up next year in 2019.
boom, let's fucking go for another edition of Tom
Mike
AM
in the PM.
A2D Radio. Thank you, Gibson Mayer LLC, our certified public accountant. Make him yours. Find him on the web, gibsonmayer.com, as well as our doc, Make Him Yours, Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy LLC, Burlington, Princeton, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, Tom Arnone, Michael Mataraki, Greg Mlakovic, Matrex Wright, M. Wright Productions, Robbie Poble on the ones and twos.
Happy birthday,
Brother,
Robbie.
Thanks for coming in with us.
Hey,
Really
you
appreciate
guys
it.
having me.
Thanks,
Great
brother.
show.
Tomorrow night,
Tons of laughs. If you missed any of
lazy
it,
booking, hockey happy
go
hour.
back to it. If you missed any part of the show, you can go back, listen to everything. It never goes away here. And like Mike said, you got lazy booking whenever time Chrome wants to show up. And and then you have hockey happy hour at 10 o'clock with the best hockey in the fucking business.
They'll have a lot to talk about.
And they haven't been
this
on
week.
in a minute either.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good to get the boys back in the saddle. We out.
Peace.